Stream is healthy. Okay, good. Alright, this should be coming back up now, right? Yeah, okay.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Queens will not be pleased. Clone rot has come too far. Send
What is this? Nope. I'm good on that. Better music than this too. My music. It's here. Okay. Let's go. Go, 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 go. This definitely feels good.
Life support incoming.
Hey, welcome back to the stream if you were here before. Sorry, I had to reset it because of resolution issues. Just messing around a bit with Gyre. Definitely going to be the first video I make as far as this new update goes. So, just messing around a little bit right now. You just gotta love the classic pillage setup on Gyre. It's so good. Really, really powerful. I am running double augment, but I'm not running conductive sphere right now on this build as well. No conductive sphere. I am running the sphere because I think it's still better for applying electric than the second ability is, but both pretty bad in general. Definitely feels really good though. Really, really solid frame. I've been waiting a long time to cover this prime. Well, I guess specifically Gyre, just because I've had her built for so long. She never really got around to building or doing the showcase, and then they announced the prime, and I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wait until the prime comes out, and then you know what? I'll do a showcase on the prime. Once the prime's out, so should definitely be a lot of fun for you guys to get this kind of build. Whether you guys are looking for like the caster style, I'm gonna give you guys weapon platform style with the conductive sphere and everything. It's gonna be really, really good stuff. Really, really fun stuff. This frame is also like extremely like has really good survivability. Like I gotta say, very, very good survivability. Started using the augment for the 75% damage redirection to initial target. And it's really, really nice, actually. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it turned out to be, but I pretty much, I would say I like it. Especially with the way that the passive works, providing CC per electric status effect on the enemy. It's going to be really, really nice to be able to have that. But as far as everything goes so far in the update, I really love it all, except for the Tauron strikes. They're just like you can see I've been in here, I have 462 kills. Look how much the bar is charged. It's like this was an added feature. Like, oh, sorry, I didn't notice. I spent countless hours farming out the bow, and just to like not be able to use it. I'm probably gonna farm out one more before the clan event next week, because I'm sure I'll be farming that a lot, so there's not really a huge point in farming it all that much before the clan event drops. Once the clan event drops, I'm sure I'll have my hands on all of them, and then I can do full showcases. But I really hope DE will address the charge. It's really, really bad. It's like, how do they expect us to use this? You know, like I'm saying, I'm at 550 and the bar still hasn't even moved. You know, it's like, what do I need? I need, 4,000 kills to be able to shoot this once. I spent millions of focus, a bunch of the new resources on it. You know, you can't even use it. It's really upsetting. It was probably the thing I was most excited for in this update, too. But overall, though, I definitely think the update is great. I think they've done a fantastic job with everything, the quests, and everything they've dropped so far has been just phenomenal. Really been phenomenal. Okay. Acolyte. The only thing that sucks is sometimes it can be annoying to strip the Acolyte with Pillage. You have to press it like 3 times. But then, after you strip him, you can just kill him with your Operator or whatever. It doesn't really matter. The new melee weapon seems very interesting. The brand new Scythe with the flat CC per status chance. Especially a Scythe Apex like the Reaping Spiral heavy attack. Definitely leaves a lot of potential. But I have pretty much been able to get everything that's new except for all the focus schools. It's really all I'm missing, and like a couple of the simulacrums that they added. But I've been able to get... I have all the arcanes maxed, all the brand new arcanes. I got them all done. I have all the items now, so I made 801 out of 801. So I do have everything. I've been working on everything. Uriel's fully built now. Gyre is fully built as well. Everything's pretty much ready to go. It's just going to be a matter of like cycling all the videos out. But Gyre, even aside from the poll itself that I put out on day 1, Gyre is definitely going to get the first video, even though Gyre did win the poll. This is something I was really waiting a long time to post about. So unless it was like completely overwhelming for something like Uriel or the focus schools that people wanted to see, it's probably was just going to end up being Gyre anyway. Definitely something I was looking forward to. As I know, like a lot of other people were. Alright, let me get out of here, and then we can see some other things. I want to go mess around with the conductive sphere augment in disruption a little bit on the build that I have. So let's get out of this mission. No parkour on this, I feel so slow.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Ugh. I've definitely been putting in a lot of the grinds in to get all this stuff for you guys, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely got all of it done now, and it's a matter of just like figuring everything out. Now, conductive sphere, I definitely want to like mess around with this as much as I possibly can right now. Mainly because I feel like a lot of people are gonna want this in their builds. Along with the fact that I feel more so that this isn't something that I really want to even use Rotoswell with, to be honest with you. Like you could, if you wanted to use Rotoswell, like I figured you probably could just swipe cathode current in here, and then you could just rock like this. You'd probably be fine. And then you could rock a Rotoswell like on the side if you wanted to use it. But realistically, like you could just go for the conductive sphere augment and then just go for min range, min efficiency, and then just max your duration and strength, and then you could just get a lot of value out of this. And then I'm using steadfast on here because you're always going to want to 3-stack your arc spheres since they stack on top of each other. So steadfast obviously is going to be nice for procs. Let me go on disruption though. Let's see what we can do with this. Just quickly run into, let me make sure I have my Bane. And where is it? No Bane on here. Definitely want it. Don't think I can fit it, can I? But no, I can. Why does it keeps resetting this for me too since the update keeps changing it back to name from drain? Bit annoying. Where is my Grenier? Okay. And we're just gonna run into Kappa. We're gonna mess around with this for like, 10 minutes or so, just kind of see what kind of damage we can get out of it. The Queller I know is already something that I had that could hit for damage cap, but I'm just curious to see what kind of damage we can get on these kind of units. Especially with a lot of prime that we're gonna have from the compressor. I want to see like Siam too though. Definitely interested. I've seen Siam stuff online. Definitely interested in seeing how this is gonna work with the conductive sphere. I only tried it a bit in Simulacrum. Yeah, no parkour really. Oh, feels so just sluggish. Okay, so no rotor swell. It's pure shield gate. Did I swap? No, I don't think I have. No, I have Augur Seeker on. Yeah, I do. Okay. Normally I'd probably say you want like Brief Respite here, but I have Augur Seeker on my secondary, to be able to shield gate with. Now I just need like a couple of kills. I need energy too. I have no energy at all. Let's see. Drop this. Drop this. Maybe get a couple of kills here. Definitely want Rolling Guard on this because status is annoying as hell to deal with, especially with these guys. Probably just swap like Narrow-Minded maybe for it, and then Augur Seeker just doesn't want to work for me. Okay. Alright, so I want... Oh, it's Energy Drain too, of course it is. I might not even get all three down for this. We're gonna do Siam first. Where we got here? We got unit. Okay, stop him here. 1, 2, 3. You can kind of just see how it takes a second to drop them, but then you can see we get like 21 million damage out of that, which is really nice. And that's like with no CC on this. Like I'm not running Wrathful or anything like that. If I was running something like Wrathful, I'd probably feel a bit better, but I definitely need to address the fact that the survivability is not quality right now, so I need to go back and address this. So yeah, definitely, like I said, the first thing I'm probably just gonna do is just take off Narrow-Minded and put on... Hit Narrow-Minded comes off. You can see we go back to base range, which is fine, but like I was saying, just go for Rolling Guard here instead, and like now we could probably survive a lot better. Definitely too if I added something like Brief Respite on here, just to give me like actual values of shields out of this. And I can go back in, and we'll probably be a lot safer now. Dealing with those slash procs after shield, like shield break on continuous, which is really just a pain in the ass to deal with. If I had better pool and like accessibility to energy and things like that, it might be all right. But as of right now, with the 190 energy pool that I have or whatever it is, I think it's 240. It's just not enough. So yeah, here we go. Let's just get in here real fast. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm gonna have this gyre video out for you guys real soon, so I hope you're looking forward to that. Yeah, get a couple of stacks here. Let's get in the actual room itself. I'm on SP, right? I think I'm on SP. Let's see. Yeah, I'm on SP. Alright, so we need to get the key to drop. No damage at all right now. It's not shield gating. Love when the game does that too. I literally have Brief Respite on, not shield gating. Yeah, it's a really a pain in the ass. I don't know why it has to do that. Alright, here. Just give me, yeah, I got a key. So let's see kind of what we can do now. Now this thing doesn't have Wrathful. You're gonna get way more, like look, why is it not shield gating? You really should be getting a lot more value out of this with something like Wrathful, but without Wrathful you're still gonna be able to like be fine. Using something like the Siam because of the multiplicative CO, which is pretty ridiculous. Just on its own. Okay, so keep going this way, keep going. Alright, let's give this another look here. 1, 2, 3. Takes a second to cast them. Didn't do anything. 58 million if you headshot him. Yeah, second, you can actually, so the first shot of the sign, if you guys don't know, will go on the ground. If you press it again, it'll throw like a vertical one like this. You can actually headshot with the vertical. It's a lot easier to hit the head with, so. No shield gate again for my first ability. You gotta love that. Like, why? It just doesn't want a shield gate right now. I don't know why it's not shield gating, but it just doesn't want a shield gate. Like shield gate works, and then just sometimes it just doesn't want to work. It's very strange. Alright, let's get a couple Queller stacks. Yeah, okay, we're alright with this. Let's see what we can do here with the Queller. Alright, yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3 on the ground, and then we'll headshot him. 51 million, not even a red crit. Still hits for a pretty solid amount. Oh, that was without roar as well, yeah, so no weapon buff there too. That was just like base. Let's see what it feels like if I do like 1, 2, 3, roll off the dots, and then I just headshot this guy. Just had to move. Still do 19 million to him. Definitely feels okay. Just man and soul, you take so much damage, and when shield gating just doesn't want to work like it's doing right now, it just kills me, really. I don't even know if I could recommend this build to the public right now with shield gating not working. Like, how are you supposed to survive on this build if you can't shield gate? There's no room for, like, triple shield setup, so what do? You just pray that your shield gate works? Because right now it's really, like, seemingly 50-50. And I don't know if it's just gyre or if it's like a bug in the game right now, but that is very... Oh no, I have steadfast on. I'm a fool. I have steadfast on. Yeah, okay, so this can't happen. That's exactly why that's happening. Yeah, okay, very silly mistake. Glad we figured that out nice and easy though. Now it's like, what do we put here instead though? Probably just... Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I just go for like that new duration arcane. Maybe I could try this out for like extra duration on roar to make up for the narrow-minded loss. Maybe this would be nice. Yeah, here, let's see. Let's go back in and we'll do some more messing around. Okay, well now that I know I can actually shield gate on request, it'll be a lot better. Yeah, I must have not realized how important shield gating was going to be when I put on steadfast, because that definitely was messing me up real bad, so. Should be a lot more comfortable now.
Put the key in, and you can pull the shinies out. Trick is, you've got to wait to open. Something happens to the conjure before you can pull the goods. You don't get the goods. Ever. So the bleeders Alad sold the tech to will try to kill you.
Okay, I'll be able to shield gate every time without issue, so that's going to feel a lot better, but now I need, like, actual
Get
energy.
this thing started. This isn't your
Okay.
regular vault job. Alad B
Maybe I should bring, Riga in here with me instead.
specifically designed for the Tenno.
Make the energy a little bit easier to sustain, as well as maybe if I didn't have 2 hardcore single target weapons.
Conjure keys
Still,
carried by high-ranking.
we'll deal with it.
Knock 'em down. See what they've got.
Alright, give me a key. Uh... Okay. Oh, nope, definitely didn't want to get in this. Key.
First key.
Alright,
Find a matching conduit.
still can't get, like, any energy for shit. Alright, there we go, we finally got a little bit.
Demo unit.
Let's see... Queller stack, maybe a little bit here. I didn't get anything. 3 stacks, take that. 1, 2, 3, roar. Then we'll see here. Yeah, 40 million. Solid amount of damage you get out of it. It definitely works for things where you would want to go for this kind of a build. But if you want to go for like any projectile-based build, okay, where are my projectiles? If you want to go for any like projectile-based build type of setup with conductive sphere, it'll work really, really well. Just having a lot of trouble with energy because I can't really wave clear right now because I didn't bring a wave clear weapon with me. I probably should have did it one by one, but still, you can see the conductive sphere build, like you actually get good damage out of conductive sphere, and if I was going to use it, I would definitely be using it just for the sake of conductive sphere. Now, it's like you could use it on, like, you could use it on the rotor swell build if you wanted to. It wouldn't, it's not going to hurt you. Like, currently I'm using reverse rotor swell. This gives you up to 75% damage redirection. So it's going to give you 75% damage reduction. Alongside having Pillage and Aegis, you're not really going to have to worry about any sort of shield. Like, survivability whatsoever isn't going to be an issue with this kind of a build. With this, now it's like if you wanted to go to take off reverse rotor swell and put conductive sphere on here, it's like you could. You definitely could. I'm not saying you can't. You definitely can. But then it's like now you're fully reliant on shield gate ability. You know, you don't have like innate damage reduction, even though the shield gating ability is still gonna be really easy because you have so much shields and you're gonna get the max shield gate value of 2.5 via the overshields. You know, it's still, you don't need to run it is what I'm saying. If you want to feel just like super comfortable running around this kind of build, you could run rotor swell, but you could run conductive sphere if you wanted to, because obviously killing enemies is gonna make your rotor swell do this discharge, you know, with cathode current, which is really important to have this on. So like, you know, like I said, definitely recommend you have the cathode current on here. Really, really good. Now on a build like this, you don't actually need it because we're not running the rotor swell setup. So we just go for raw conductive sphere on here. But like I said, you could go for a rotor swell setup if you really wanted to. You just need to make some sacrifices in other areas and maybe look for different avenues on how to sustain things like your energy and things like that. But really, really strong. I'm definitely going to be bringing this into like a handful of level caps just to see how it feels. I already threw my old gyre in the chair as well. That should actually be done today. Oh, and I also have 2 invigorations. I don't know what I should use these on. If I should use these, like what override I should use these on, but or one of the 2, obviously. But you know, now we have Coil Horizon on here. I didn't have this before, just got it now. Only missing a few more helmet abilities that I still got to get my hands on, but nothing really too crazy on here. Steinax is definitely the next one to go if we're getting that Prime next, so definitely get that taken care of. Also, I don't know if you guys have this weird lighting in your ship, but for some reason, this corner of my ship is extremely bright. And I don't know why. It's like everything else is like normally shaded. Like this is how the ship normally looks, and then for some reason, this corner is just super bright. I don't know why. I really don't like it, and I really hope DE fixes it. But I don't know if I'm the only one who's having this issue. And you put in all this effort into your ship to make it look nice, and then now you just got some glaring light, you know, going through all the, you know, the objects that you put down, just making the lighting look terrible. But yeah, gyre definitely feels great. Uriel too. I got Uriel built. So good. Like, wow. So, so good, guys. This is a frame I would definitely recommend. Like, and not even that too. So easy to farm. Like, I haven't gotten around to building my second copy of Uriel yet. Though I do believe I have, yeah, I have all the parts here. But, I mean, it's so easy to get the parts for this frame and to build it. I'll be throwing it in the chair really soon. But I got all the bundles on day 1. I had a friend who owed me some platinum, so they sent me some gifts on day 1, giving me the Uriel bundle and a few other things. So yeah, I got the Uriel right away, and I got to jump into it right away, which was really nice. But as far as all of you who needed to like farm it out, like things like Uriel, um, it's not that bad of a farm. Oh, awesome. Yeah, glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Gonna be pumping out a ton of Old Peace videos for you guys starting today. I figured I'd just come on stream for a little bit and talk with you guys for a little while before I get working on the gyre video, just to get give you guys an idea of what I've been doing since the update drop. But yeah, I've been really just trying to get my hands on everything I can, legitimately everything I could possibly get my hands on. I've been getting my hands on, and then like I said, the only focus that I have right now is Matarai. I was able to max everything else out. I have like millions of focus laying around. I'm sure if I got some veteran players in the chat right now, you guys probably have some like a lot of focus laying around. I also have like a crap ton of Eidolon shards from when I used to Eidolon hunt. I could spend these. So when I get the focus schools, I'll be able to max everything out right away. It's just a matter of getting them. So like Zenyuric, Vazra, and Matarai, obviously I didn't have to spend any of those Eidolon lenses, but for Naramon and Unairu, I'm gonna need to. But it's no problem. I've been saving them specifically for years for something like this to happen. So glad now that we finally got something I could spend them on, even though I doubt it's going to be all of them. I think it was only about maybe 3.5 million or 4 million to max out Matarai after I got all of the extra traits, along with some of the new materials that we get from the brand new game mode and the new missions that we have. But it really wasn't all that much. I would say it was only like a small handful, maybe one run of each of the recall missions. I would say you would have more than enough to be able to max all of these out. It said to me it's 5 mil and something. Yeah, I didn't. Really should have paid harder attention when I was maxing it out. But what it seemed like, I believe I had 71 million focus before I maxed it out, and then now I have around 67. I believe that's what I was at. So I would say take my knowledge with a grain of salt, but it should be around 4 or 5 million or so. But like I was saying, I don't know if you guys were in here a little bit earlier. I was saying before, really, really, they got to do something with the charge time. It's so painfully slow. I mean, for the amount of time that you guys got to put in to get these from doing those missions, you get about 15 to 20 on average on like the lower end, I'd say of 15 to 17 per run. And you need 150 of each to get one of the weapons. So that's going to equate to you doing like each run like 8, 9 plus times, 10 times maybe. And the runs take around 12 minutes each. So you do all that time, you put in all that effort to get the bow, or whatever it is, I got the bow, and you need like 4,000 kills to be able to use it once. It's honestly, I mean, to me at least, I think it's ridiculous. I think since I've gotten the bow, I've fired it outside of the brand new missions one time. A single time, and I've probably played over 20 hours the new update so far. I've probably shot it one time. Which is really, really pathetic. I don't think that it should take nearly that long for us to be able to use them. I understand their ultimates, and I understand that we're going to be getting like extra buffs from them. Where was I? I was on focus, right? Yeah, focus. Like we get extra buffs from them. Like we're going to get another 50% power strength from this one, which obviously this focus school alone is going to be giving us 100% from where is sling strength. It's going to give us, or I'm sorry, it's going to give us 90% in total with sling strength. So just as one focus school, I understand that's a lot of power strength to give, but if you're only going to be able to give it once, and the only frames that are going to be able to, thank you, I appreciate that. The only way you're going to be able to abuse this really is frames that have like stationary abilities that you place, like frames like Wisp, where if you farm 4,000 kills and you get all your procs lined up, and then you get your overwhelming to proc from your Tauron strike, then you put down your moats and you have this really high percentage moat. But it's like for everybody else in the game who has abilities that last upwards of 30 seconds, it doesn't even give you incentives to build higher duration on them, because even if you spend all the time to charge it up, you're going to use it, and then 60 seconds later it's going to be gone, and that 15, 20 minutes of time that you took to grind all those kills out to be able to use it is going to be it's just gone. It's wasted. So that's my one real problem I have with it right now. I think if it was like something more tied to getting kills with your operator's amp or something like that to charge it faster, I think maybe that something like that would be a good solution for it. But yeah, the way it's set up right now, it takes way too long to charge it. Like I said, I've only been able to shoot it a single time outside of the brand new mission so far. Really, really not a good sign. But yeah, I was talking about Uriel before I got into the focus. I'm loving Uriel. So much fun. Like Sobek level cap or like high range, just mass damage build. So good. I've been messing around with them a lot, and I've been having a ton of fun. It's another one of those frames, just like Temple, where the only thing you need to survive in high level scenarios is rolling guard, because you have your second ability, and it's just allows you to do so much, like, and it's just so fantastic. Really, I don't have the right words to describe this frame yet because I'm enjoying it so much. But really, it's just fantastic. Really, really great. DE, whoever's been making these brand new frames over at DE, you've been doing a fantastic job. Really, really great stuff. From Noko to this, I can't have anything to say but great things. So, really, really well done. But the only gripe I have with the high range build is like charging the 4. I understand it's extremely, extremely good, and if you're able to free cast it, it would be too powerful. I definitely think that. But it makes it more of like, I look at it like it could be the Hellman slot in that regard, because you have to charge it. Whereas like you could put something here that's just instantaneous use. So that's like one thing. That's why you see on like the Sobek build, I opted to take the 4th ability off. Because I just like don't really see a lot of use for it in like a level cap scenario, where like I want, like, it's like, what else would I take off then too? And I also understand, if you take off one of your 3 abilities, you do not lose the passive summon. The summon that's associated with that ability does not go away. I don't know exactly if there's any like diminishing values from taking it off, but I do know that you do not lose it, and it still does what it's supposed to do. So that's really, really good. So if you did want to take one of these off, you definitely can, but then realistically for me, the only other one that I see you possibly wanting to take off is your first ability, because the active itself really doesn't do all that much, but the movement, oh my, the movement. The movement is just... I threw a couple of parkour shards on here. Right now I'm rocking 2 durations, 2 parkour yellows, and a casting speed, and he flies. He really flies. Like, like I honestly, I would certify him as a speed frame. If I just go like jump into Plains of Eidolon right now, like, and you guys just see like how fast you could fly around with this character, it's really so funny. And I'm not even full stacking it. Like, you could run Praetos 5-stack, parkour velocity and just really go stupid with it, like a lot of people do in like meta endo farming. But you'll be able to see here, like, this is just my regular parkour jumping with the double, yellow shards. You can see that I still get good value out of my speed. I still move relatively quickly, but then if you press shift, look at this. And you don't even, it doesn't cost energy. It's just the initial cast, and then for the entire value of the time that it's up, the duration value that you have. So you can just fly around like this. Now, like I was saying too, you can just giga buff the hell out of this. So you could legitimately use this as an open world speed frame, as like maybe even a spy cheese speed frame. Like, if you guys seen my video on Titania where I cheese spies with Titania. Now, obviously, Titania still is going to be king of speed, or queen of speed, really, because one, she's tiny, and when she hits walls, it doesn't really become a massive issue. Like with this, if you're going to hit a wall, it might cancel you out like this. Whereas something like with Titania, that's not going to happen. Especially too with the fact that your first ability gives you status immunity. So if you hit a wall, you won't actually even do that arc wing backspin. You'll just hit the wall and nothing will happen. So I definitely say, like, obviously Titania is still queen of speed, but this is really, really interesting. Like, the fact that you can use a speed ability, I think the amount that I have on right now would be perfect for something like Void Cascade. Like, if you're in level cap Void Cascade and you're playing attack and you're flying around the map, this actually would be a really, really solid speed for you to be able to move around the map at comfortably and be able to get to positions really, really quickly. So like, this is like, this is why I have this one labeled for the level cap, that I didn't want to take this off, because I don't really see a lot of value in the first ability, even though it does coat your companions or whatever in the fire, and it's going to allow you to stack things like Arcane Hotshot really easily. The mobility that it gives you in like the scenarios and the game types where you want mobility, even in the new ones that are out now, like the recall game modes, the mobility is worth so much. Like, and I'm someone who will preach parkour velocity. I've been doing Cascade for a very, very long time. And I've been using parkour velocity shards, stuff like that, like Kratos on my Warframe builds for a very, very long time. And parkour velocity, guys, if you guys haven't been using it in Warframe, I would definitely recommend you guys at least go like try like, just putting Kratos on your back, because I promise you guys, once you start using it, you're gonna get addicted to it. And you're not gonna be able to stop. Oh, the Void Trader's here. I guess we can go take a live look at what Barrow's got for us and roll our box. Alright, so let's go see what Barrow has for us. He's Strata. Nice and easy this week, huh? Alright, let's see what we got this week. Ooh! Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. This is not something I was expecting. I'll definitely say that. Very interesting. Though I use the skin that has like the other model. Alright, so we have some pretty good stuff. Reach is in here this week. We got Fever Strike in here this week. Shotgun Ammo Mutations, meh. Cleanse Murmur, if you guys didn't get this the first time it was around, definitely get your hands on this. And then Prime Countermounts, if you guys don't use Deadhead a lot, is in here. Zanuka Hunters, if you guys are planning on maxing out your accounts, if you want to get 100% clearance on your accounts, you are going to need these. You don't need them, but they are going to make your life a lot easier, as the Detron, funny enough, the Mara Detron's right here. The regular Detron drops off the Zanuka Hunter. One part at a time. You need to do invasions, a certain amount of invasions to get this enemy to target you and find you in missions like the Stalker. So if you guys are looking to finish your accounts, I would definitely recommend that you get a jump on it and get a few of these. Just to be able to get your hands on the Detron. This was actually the second to last item I got on my account when I was completing my account, because it was so hard to get my hands on. So yeah, we got some other stuff in here, a couple of armor sets. We got this, Necromech looking armor set here again, if you guys like this. I like the shoulders, but the rest of the set for me really isn't all that great. These kind of stick out. Like, why do they stick straight out? It's like those rims you see on the old cars that like with the spokes on them that stick out. And the chest plate's alright. And then down here at the bottom, we got a Tenocon CRT glyph down here, and just a few other things. So if you guys are looking, we got some posters in here. If you guys are looking to pick any of this stuff up, you guys can definitely pick some of this stuff up. Like I said, too, Prime Reach, Prime Fever Strike, definitely two, I would say, must-gets right here. Must-haves. So we'll write our Void Surplus right now, see what we got. 24-hour resource booster that can go on to my 176 days worth. Alright. Definitely would have liked something better, but we'll take it. I have gotten the Signet already, so I don't need the Signet still, which is a good thing, but I will probably just be dumping enough Ducats to get maybe this poster. Oh, also Magnus, Act Magnus relic in here. If you guys are looking to get the Act Magnus, you guys can get your hands on it in the Void Trader this week. Yeah, but for me, most likely, I'm just going to be dumping a little bit just to get this livery and maybe to get that poster for my ship. I dumped a whole bunch of stuff before from my ship, so I have a bit more capacity now. So I might be able to fit that in. I'm just going to need about 400 Ducats worth or whatever. What's worth? I don't care about any of this. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. I don't care about both these. Perfect. Let's go talk to Barrow one more time. Let's get our hands on this livery. Very, very nice. You can even go check out how that looks. And I'll take that poster, and that's all I'm going to be getting this week, most likely. I haven't been buying the login music, because I actually don't play with music on, funny enough. I was doing the new quest with a few of my buddies, and they were telling me, oh, you got to turn the music on, it's so good, so I turned it on for the quest, and then I turned it off right after. Aside from that, we can go run into the back room real quick, and we can take a look at this new livery. What is it? It's Palm. I haven't been in the back room in so long. Let me see. What is it? It's Palm 2 PC and then back room? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, back room is really, really cool. I just don't come here very often. Just like once in a while, if I need to come here. Like say I'm gonna come here now to do this. Like I usually use this skin on here, one that like actually changes it up a bit, but there was a few nice ones. Like the Nightwave skin was here. Now we get this Prisma one. This Prisma one looks really nice actually. Definitely with a I would definitely change up my colorway, but just the aesthetic, it's like the scimitar, the landing craft. It's like the Prism skin for that, very very similar. Looks pretty good though, actually. Skin for your Nautilus video, anything? Oh yeah, no problem. I really hope you enjoyed the Nautilus build. That's definitely one of the builds that I put out on my YouTube that it definitely kills. So I'm glad you're liking it. And if you're enjoying the rest of the builds, thank you guys for supporting me and watching my videos. Yeah, so head back to my ship. Orbiter. Yeah, and I'm gonna have all, like I was saying, I'm gonna have all these videos out for the Old Peace, very, very soon for you guys with in-depth descriptions and everything on my process and how everything works. So keep an eye out for those videos coming soon. But just for now, I thought I'd come on stream, hang out with you guys for a little bit. We could talk the new update. I can show you guys what I've been working on, just to give you an idea of what's coming in future videos. So. Also, as far as the new weapons go, I've been talking about the new weapons. I believe the Ultranox has multiplicative CO, though I haven't built the weapon yet. I actually could check right now for you guys. I haven't even looked yet. Let me see. Ultranox. Yeah, the Ultranox does have multiplicative CO. So maybe I could do something with it, but for the most part, like, it's not great, and it's kind of sad too because it looks amazing. I've been messing around with it a little bit, so not really all that great. But then I also messed with the Sagic. I actually put 5 Forma onto this because I was interested to see how this one would function. It's pretty unique in the way that it works, though it doesn't work in the way initially that I thought it would. Now, when I read the unique trait right here, after inflicting a critical hit, next shot has a 6% chance of inflicting 5 status effects. This is 5 status effects that are innate to your, not innate, but modded onto your weapon. So this is going to be like 5 stacks of corrosive. So at first I thought to myself, okay, I have to ask any place I could get credits because I won't lie, I've been buying some Prime mod. Yeah, well, so I don't know if they nerfed the Holovania, but that's probably the easiest way to farm, like, just a couple million every few minutes. Profit Taker obviously is going to take investment, but you can farm the most if you can farm it the most efficiently. Like if you can get like sub 90-second kills, then Profit Taker is the most efficient credit farm. You could also do Index as well. I would say maybe just get a group and just sit in Index for a while. That's definitely like the most low budget way to do it. You should just jump in, get some points. You don't really need a build or anything like that going into it. Or you could Lecta farm too, but Lecta farming you might actually want to look into that. With like maybe you want to run it with Chroma or Necros or maybe even a group at that. I'm not entirely sure what you would want to go for, but there's a lot of ways you can go about it. But I would say if you're the easiest way you're looking to just get your hands on some quick credits, I would say just go jump in the Index or go do the Legacy safe farm in 1999. But it's hard for me always to give this kind of advice though, because for so long now I've just been like someone who goes straight to Profit Taker. So I don't really do things like Index and the Legasite Harvest and all that. But I know the Legasite Harvest, I don't know if it's been nerfed or not, because like I said, I don't really keep up with it. But when I first was doing it and I heard about it, it was a very, very good farm, almost proportionate to Profit Taker, just a bit slower. So you definitely have options. I would definitely say Index or the Legasite. And then if you want to go fully into it, then fully invest in a Profit Taker. Because like typically my runs are about 100 and not 100, I'm sorry. They're about, I want to say like 80 seconds are my runs. So if you're running around 80-second runs, then it's going to be really, really fast. I think my best time's a 72-second run. But it's a really, getting down to 130 on Profit Taker isn't that difficult. Getting from 130 to like 110 subs or like 105 sub, that's where it gets really difficult. But like you could get a full Profit Taker loadout. Heavy caches. I don't think I can do Profit Taker yet. So yeah, you got to get rank 5. That's another problem with Profit Takers. You got to get rank 5 first with Utico and the Solaris United to then unlock Little Duck, and then you have to max out Little Duck to be able to do the Profit Taker fights. So it can be a bit of a pain. But Profit Taker, I might even do a video on Profit Taker for like my viewers because I know a lot of you guys. I actually had this swap the other day. Yeah, 80 seconds is really fast. But it's like that's a lot of runs to get it to 80 seconds. Usually though, I'm running through. I'll probably do a Profit Taker setup. Maybe if you guys, I was actually gonna do one. Can you show us a quick PT one? Yeah, I can show you a quick run. I'm gonna do it on Volt, just because I'm just gonna have Volt set and everything. But you guys do this on Chroma. I'll just explain the difference when you do this on Chroma. Actually, no, I'll just go on Chroma. Fuck that.
Can I pick the radio station this time?
Chroma. So when you do Chroma Profit Taker, really important. That one you have. Where are we? We're PT Shock. I'm running PT Shock. Because our flat element's gonna be electric. Coming out of Shock Trooper. What you want to do with Chroma when you're running PT is run a Decaying Dragon Key to drop your shields down, because the main focal point is to be able to get Vex Armor stacked as quickly as possible. So if we can get Vex Armor is only going to stack off us taking HP damage, so minimize your shields, minimize your gate, start taking HP damage right away so you can instantly start stacking Vex Armor. This is a really important part of playing Chroma quickly. Playing Volt is different because you have shield, you have Eclipse, so your damage buffs are a bit more instant, but Chroma's a bit different. This is why I was gonna do it on Volt, but Chroma's got a bit more going on, so I'll explain it to you guys a bit better what's going on with Chroma. But yeah, like I said, you want to run Decaying Dragon Key, so now you can see, is it on? Did I put it on or no? Yeah, I did. Decaying Dragon Key, your shields are gonna be greatly reduced. I don't know if it's gonna show me on here or not. Yeah, it's not showing me on here. But yeah, it's gonna bring our shields down to like 30. This is the build I run. It's triple Umbra. It is a big investment, but this is what the kind of investment you need to run Chroma at like major speeds, especially to be able to solo and stay alive. Run Awakening plus Nullifier. Now another thing too, I was running Nucor on here because on day 1, this was bugged. And Enervate wouldn't work on Profit Taker. Not day 1, I'm sorry. On the double credit weekend we just had maybe 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. During that weekend, Enervate wasn't working. I don't know if it's not working or if it is going to work right now, so we'll have to see when I go into the first run. But just so you guys know that. Also, let me do this. Okay. Alright, so I'll run it in right now, and I'll show you guys a quick Profit Taker run. All the setup is like preemptive and all ready to go. Also, too, you take off your first ability, so you can't cycle your second ability. Make sure your emissive color is green, so your second ability is innately in Toxin. And what that's going to do is going to make it so that we're in Toxin, we're going to get holster damage, so that's weapon swap damage. We're also going to get the high duration from it, reload speed, status chance. Status chance doesn't matter, reload speed is important, holster damage is important. So really nice to have those. Also, a lot of people will tell you to run Ice because it'll give you armor to help you stay alive. That is mainly the reason why we run triple Umbra, so we don't need to run Ice. We can run Toxin instead and just take all the damage we need to take. This is also a pre-Old Peace setup too. So none of the new arcanes have been incorporated onto this. It's just my old setup that I usually use. And I'll give you guys an idea of how this looks right now. And I'll give you guys an explanation too while I'm doing it, because I'm going to be doing it relatively quickly. So, the Chroma run will probably... Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, this run on Chroma, it's probably going to be like 90 seconds. Chroma's a bit slower than Volt, obviously, because of getting in, getting out, getting to PT, getting away from PT. So yeah, Profit Taker, we come in here, we're just going to start PT. Like I said, I have my key on. You can see my keys on here. And then just go entrance. Now, one thing, I don't know if this is fixed yet. I haven't checked the PT guide in a while. When you're playing PT, the PT legs can bug and get stuck in the ground. Not stuck, but in a sense where they're lower than they should be. So what you actually want to do is you want to sit in the doorway until we start. And I actually already messed up. I want to reset because what you're supposed to do on Volt is you're supposed to pop your arc gun in the spawn because you have no defense on Volt, so you want that 2000 overguard to be able to protect you. So just my Volt muscle memory kind of messed me up there already. So let me go back into Profit Taker again here, and I'll show you guys one more time. So let's hit back into the mission here. We'll get back in. So yeah, what I was explaining is the PT's legs can be like half in the ground, and it can be hard for you to hit the back legs of the Profit Taker. So what you actually want to do, for some reason, to be able to avoid that is if you actually sit in the elevator and wait for the PT to spawn. The PT spawns at 8 seconds. So you'll see 8, PT just spawned. Now you can go. PT's in front of us. Now, the legs won't be glitched in the ground, which is a good thing. Now, normally on something like Volt, you'd be able to be started already, but what you want to do is you want to land, you want to press your 2, you want to Vex Armor, and you want to get under the Profit Taker so you can start taking damage. Now, what you want to do is, pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to let your Vex Armor get stacked. You can see my Vex Armor is at 841%. I have the damage now, but you can see that, like I was saying, this is still bugged. So, it's not critting, so I need to go swap my weapon. I don't know why right now the Sicarus is bugged, but for some reason Sicarus doesn't crit with Enervate, or it just doesn't crit in general on the Profit Taker, and I don't know why. So what I've been doing to substitute it instead is I've been using Nucor. I was using it the other weekend. Now this one still works, but the thing about it is it doesn't have IPS, so it's going to make your run a tiny bit slower because you're not getting IPS value out of your secondary that you're going to be firing the entire time. So that's one thing. Now, normally, like I said, you're going to want to use the Sicarus. I can't because, as you just saw, it doesn't crit on the Profit Taker, so it does no damage. Yes, in Nucor, we trust. We do trust in Nucor. I'm telling you, once it failed the other weekend, right away, I said to my buddy, I was like, I'm switching, I'm going Nucor. This is going to work. So we'll do the same thing here again. We're going to sit in the spawn, and you'll see, too, right when you get in the mission, it's going to start timing, and then it's going to reset. Yeah, it resets back to 0, and now you're going to wait for the 8 seconds. 6, 7, 8. Now you go. We got the really bad spaceport spawn, but it's okay, and I will be explaining this to you guys again. So we're going to hit the ground. We're going to drop crewmate right away, and then we're going to pop our Vex Armor, pop our 2. Vex Armor is going to be able to start stacking now that we have no shields. You can see we get the Vex Armor value. Now, what you're going to want to do with this is you're going to be able to shoot it now. We have no IPS, so what you're going to do is you're going to constantly double jump and throw your Exodia. And then while you're throwing the Exodia, you're going to want to hold left click with your Nucor to be able to do damage with your Nucor. And then after you do that, obviously you just want to take out the legs. I'm using Corvus. Like I'll probably do like a whole entire guide on how this like all actually works. Like how like my setup is laid out and everything, but there's a lot going on in Profit Taker in general. So what you want to do when you get here is now we Ogress. So what you need is your Ogress 2 shots for each. Yeah, you're only going to get 1 on the last. Usually I like to go for 1 on the first. When you get back down, it's leg time again. Break the first leg, or the front leg, the back legs, and then go back for the center. This is a really slow run because I'm just explaining it to you guys. Now you guys can see here. Make sure your Vex Armor doesn't fall so you don't lose your stacks. My companion has Toxin, my crewmate. I don't know where he is. He might have died. Unfortunate. I do have a meta 555 crewmate. Still dies anyway. But yeah, what you want to do is you just want to keep spamming double jump, throw, and use your Shock Trooper. Keep Shock Trooper up, and then you're going to be able to break through it like so. Now, you just want to keep going for your legs. You go back for the body again. You take out the body again. And now it's the 7 pylon phase, or the 6 pylon phase. So we have 7 shots in our Ogress. We're going to press our first ability. It's going to give us 1000% damage and ammo efficiency. So not only are you going to be able to preemptively shoot the, the things that are on the ground, the pylons, but you're also going to get the ability to kill them with 1 shot, which is really, really nice. And you're going to get extra shots to be able to take out the back ones in case you need it. So you can see this one took me 2 minutes with an explanation, and you can see you're able to take it out still relatively easily. Now I could try to do one just quickly and show you guys how it looks, but for the most part, it's relatively simple. You're just shooting your Nucor and you're pressing you're double jumping and you're pressing E. Double jumping, spam Exodia, and then shoot. Spam Exodia and shoot. Literally, this is your combo while you're attacking it the entire time. This is like the main thing to know for Profit Taker. Just do this. And that's how you do max damage to the Profit Taker. Now, when you're playing Chroma, what you want to do to actually get more credits is after you kill the Profit Taker, what I usually do is I wait for it to drop to the floor. I'll stand by this back leg right here. You can stand anywhere behind it. It's fine. And then just drop your 4th ability and just stand near it. Now, you're going to have low range, so you can't stand far away from it. If you stand over here, you're not going to get double credits. If you stand over here, you might not even get double credits. You need to be within like 5 meters of it. So what I do is I just stand right on top of it. Don't be in your arc wing. If you're in your arc wing, you're not going to get the double from the Chroma. It will not work ever. So do not be in your arc wing when you get this. Make sure you're still on the ground. So you would just stand here, wait for the credits to drop. You get your credit drop, and then you can just go. You don't even have to pull it back like that. You could just go back across. Now Fortuna is right where the gray smoke is. You can see the black smoke coming from above it. Hey, thank you, Soul. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you've been enjoying the videos. I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff for the old piece coming out real soon, so keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, with Chroma, you can see the run is... the run has to be a bit slower with something like Chroma, but if you were to run something like Volt, where you have a Chroma in your group to be able... Because the only reason you really... I would say you need a Chroma is for the 4th ability. You can get through this way better with something like Volt. Because Volt is just going to provide you the same kind of really nice damage bonuses, as well as them actually being instantaneous. You don't actually have to wait for them, so it's going to be a lot better in that regard as well. So what I go for is my Profit Taker build right here. This is my Profit Taker build here. Yeah, no Shock Trooper on this because you're going to get electric from shield. You're always going to be shooting through shield, so you actually don't need to run Shock Trooper, which is really nice. You do run Total Eclipse, which is kind of funny. You legitimately are running Total Eclipse to buff your crewmate, which actually always just makes me laugh. But yeah, it's really, really good for your crewmate, so you run Total Eclipse on here. And then this is the build I run on here. It's extremely squishy. So this is why I was saying about the Arch Gun thing. Getting that 2000 Overguard from the Arch Gun is going to be really, really nice. But I'll actually take this in now, and I'll explain to you guys how this one, the run with this is. This run is definitely a lot faster. And a lot more of what I'm comfortable with, because for a while I was just trying to improve my times. I really wasn't doing this for like the credits, so I was just running Volt, and the Volt play really just got to like, it just got to be like how I understand Profit Taker is now, just playing Volt. So this one's going to be probably look a little bit different, but you guys will see how this one functions. It's very, very similar. So like I said, you want to sit and spawn. Now this time you call your Arch Gun to get that 2000 Overguard. Put it away right away, no problems at all. We're going to wait for that 8 seconds, and we're going to jump out, press 2, and we're going to go. Get spaceport again. So normally here you could jump midair, and you could actually get more value out of... Go here, come on. Oh, come on, Prophet. Oh, he has... That's why it's not working. He has the wrong weapon on. Okay, hold on a second here. I'll come back to this. Your crewmate is supposed to have the Opticore Vandal. But right now my crewmate has... Actually, this is a good opportunity, too, for me to show the dojo to you guys. My clan leader, I can't thank her enough for how beautiful she's done this dojo. Just, wow, absolutely gorgeous. But I gotta go swap my weapon to show you guys this. So I just gotta run into the dojo real fast. This is our trading hall. I mean, does the view get better than this? Really, like, fantastic. Yeah, but I just gotta run into the dry dock here. Go to my crewmate, and then it is the Opticore Vandal right here. Opticore Vandal, and then it should just be my first build on here with the Flat Toxin. Yeah, Flat Toxin, Radiation Magnetic, IPS. And then the reason that you run this is because the Opticore Vandal is actually, like, realistically the only weapon you can give your crewmate that will reliably be able to one-shot the Profit Taker's shields. The Profit Taker's shields, it's really a pain in the ass to get your crewmate to target the Profit Taker, but for some reason with the Opticore, when it does target the Profit Taker, it will one-shot it, and it also is covering the Toxin element for us. And it's funny, too, because the Toxin element that it's covering for us, it actually isn't something like, oh, wouldn't you want to run that on your build? Well, you could run it on your build, but it actually is so reliable that you don't really even need to worry about it all that much, which is a really, really nice thing. There, normally my thing's Profit Taker is boring. I got Profit Nucore is boring. The Nucore is definitely not boring. Prophet Nucor is boring. Alright, so we'll try this again. Hopefully I don't get the spaceport spawn again. I hate that spawn. Just give me like the straight or the one that's really far away over there. Only 3 spawns for Prophet Taker too, so you'll learn them all really quickly. Yep, okay, so we got the far spawn. Take the route in. Land, animation cancel, drop your crewmate, and then you just want to get to work. You'll see now he's going to attack. Now it's already off. Why can't I launch my mech? I really can't just give you guys a showcase. It just... This game really doesn't like me. Like, I'm just trying to show you guys... Are they disabled? No, okay. I'm genuinely confused. I'm pressing my key binding. Now it drops. Okay, the game just doesn't want to agree with me today. I really don't know what it is. We're going to try this over again. I am very sorry, but also, like, not sorry because I don't understand why this is happening.
Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's get started. Final phase. Thanks to that data you gathered.
It's still... Yeah, the Optor Vandal doesn't work for the pylons. Zenith works still, and it's either Zenith or Ogress are really your 2 main options right now for pylons. But still, Optor Vandal's still the best option for crewmate. Right, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now it's gonna spawn. Good spawn. Animation cancel, drop that, and then now we actually get some value out of this. Okay, now you can see how quickly we're able to drop it. Now we get right into the mech, and we can drop the legs. Legs are down. Right into the body. 24 seconds, we're done with phase 1. Right into phase 2, like I was saying, this one, shoot 1 at the first. All my markers got messed up. I don't know what happened, but yeah, all of them are broken now. They don't work properly. I'm also really not great at the pylon phase. So yeah, take out the legs. Good. You can see 43 seconds. We're taking down the body. Body's down. Back to the damage phase again. Back into the damage phase. You can see it's about to be down. If my opticore guy will shoot it. Now it's down. Down, down, down. What am I missing? Something's 1 HP. There we go. A minute flat. Now, press 2, press 4 again, fly up. Give the pylons a second to move, just because I'm a bit slow. Press 1, now get ready to shoot. Keep in mind, I said we have a bit of ammo efficiency, so you could be a little bit off with your shots. You can get back to the ground a little bit faster than I do as well. Like I said, there's always room for improvement here, but you can just see the amount of damage that I can just deal with this really, really quickly. The run's really, really smooth. Back legs give me a pain, but one of them's still 1 HP. And yeah, 90-second kill, and it's dead. So not that bad. But yeah, you can see if you can get your runs down like this, then you can farm PT the fastest, I would say, for your credits. But you can see that it takes a bit to get down, and there's a lot that goes into your builds. But it's definitely something I would say, like, if you guys are looking to, like, you know, be able to spend a lot of credits on things, then this is definitely something that I would recommend you learn. You see, by 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 second, I'm in here. So, and that's just my first run with Volt of the day too. So really not bad at all. You can see how simple it is once you actually get the run down. But it's a lot before you go in, and then once you actually go in, it becomes all that much more simple. But I definitely could see myself putting out a full like 45-minute guide on this, just so you guys can get a full, deep understanding. Maybe even like window by window, frame by frame of what the hell is going on, what's going through my mind, because there's a lot that I was even doing there that I wasn't explaining, because it's just like, you know, rapid fire thinking, especially when you're taking the shields out that quickly. You got to know what phase is next, what you got to do next, what's available, that you have the right ammo sustain still, your energy values are still in the right place. There's a lot going on around it still. But overall, the hardest part of Profit Taker is just getting everything together. But the 2 weapon builds nowadays, instead of needing to run the triple weapon setups, as far as killing shields, just makes Profit Taker that much easier. You could just run Nucor plus Bala, and you're able to deal every single element in the entire game except for Raw Toxin. that's going to come from your crewmate. So you don't have to worry about that. And I'll explain that to you guys right here, the way it actually functions. So the way it actually works is what we're getting here is you can see that the way the build looks is it actually looks funny. You can see that we only have IPS cold gas, but what we actually have is IPS cold gas, flat electric from the Volt Shield. Exodia has built-in blast. We're getting corrosive from melee exposure. So then it actually turns into we have cold gas, corrosive, blast, flat electric, IPS, all on our melee. And then our secondary has normally on our... I'll just swap it back to the Sicarus because it's normally supposed to be the Sicarus. The Sicarus should have viral electric / IPS... IPS magnetic. That's everything, except for raw toxin. It's literally everything. And the radiation comes from your crewmate as well, I believe. Yeah, you could put radiation somewhere on here probably. On Volt, on Volt you don't need Fury. You could put like Radon right here. But the crewmate also is radiation magnetic toxin, so you don't have to worry about it all that much. But yeah, Profit Taker, definitely the way I farm all my credits, so. But I spend a shit ton of credits too. Like I'll sell, if you guys have seen my plat video, I sell like max rank mods and they're expensive. So it costs a lot of credits. Oh yeah, but what else do we have that was new that we got that I could talk about? Oh, I got a new loadout slot. I'm definitely happy about that. I can go back to Uriel, actually. I think I was in the middle of talking about Uriel when I got sidetracked with the credits. Yeah, Uriel... I was talking about the sagging. This is what I was talking about. Okay. Yeah, so this weapon, the way I thought it was going to function would be 5 random status effects. It's not. It's 5 modded status effects. So it's either IPS, heat, or corrosive. Then I thought to myself, okay, well, if that's the scenario, if I use Encumber, do I get a 24% chance per status effect to apply an extra status effect? From my testing, no. I would get extra status effects when the 1.8% would proc from this. That's it. I would need to mess with it more. I only messed with it for a little bit. But I was thinking that we would be able to juice the hell out of elements via Encumber with this proccing, but sadly, that is not the case, at least as of what I can tell right now. But with it not having that, really, what it makes is this weapon just becomes really mid. It's just mastery fodder. You can use it, like, it'll still... I've used it in the Simulacrum unprimed. It does kill Manix, but it's not like to use a weapon that functions the way this weapon functions over something else that functions the same exact way. Really, I just wouldn't see much use in it. Obviously, it's Warframe. Anyone can use whatever they want and have fun whatever way they want. I promote that, but to me, I don't really see myself using this all that much. I'm not mad that I dumped 5 Forma into it. I needed to see how good it was, especially for you guys too to understand. And like I was saying, it's definitely okay, but for its category, it's just like it's a single fire, high fire rate machine gun. That's all it is, with abysmal status chance and okay crit at 30%. I could have went for the critical delay mod here, but for 13% CC and minus 20% fire rate, I didn't really feel it was worth it, especially for a high fire rate weapon such as this weapon. Now, the new... Oh, Kestrel. This was a big surprise, guys. I really love it. Random question, does having blast on my new core boost the blast from molecular proficient on Nova? I can't decide what to use on my new core in Cascade. So if you mean as in like the way like a heat inherit works, I would say no. Actually, this is something that I haven't really tested like behind the scenes, but the way that blast Oh, I love it. It's as I was saying before, Kit. It's literally the kind of frame, just like Temple, where if you want to go as far as level cap, the only thing you need to survive aside from your ability is rolling guard. You don't need anything else, which is just amazing because it leaves so much room for you to be able to build whatever you want. Yeah, no, as I was saying too about the blast, blast is calculated off base damage, so I don't actually like just thinking in my head. I don't know how molecular fission would. Wait, I'm actually getting confused. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of null stars. Molecular fission is the fourth ability. Nova. Let me pull this out. Oh, molecular prime. Molecular fission is to recharge the first ability, correct? Yeah, molecular fission. Okay. Um. So Nova's like funny in a sense, but also this is different because if you were talking like how does neutron star affect heat inherit, then I would tell you that neutron star is bad to apply if you're looking to apply heat via your weapon to kill the enemy. Then applying neutron star first would be a bad thing. But proccing blast with something like molecular fission, I don't know if this necessarily would hurt it because you're already applying. Hold on, I gotta wiki something. Because if blast is base damage alongside, where's the multiplicator? Where's the math value right here? I need to see the equation. Yeah, no, I don't. I guess technically it would do less damage, especially if you applied the blast first. But oh, with the four, no, the four should be good. The four inherits your the four will inherit the properties of the weapon that you killed the enemy with for the explosion, so it should only make it better in a sense. It shouldn't make it any worse. It won't increase the explosion damage that this says per se, but it's going to inherit all the status from your weapon in a sense that when it goes to do that. Plus, like if your weapon had a passive, something like that, then it would inherit the passive as well. It's why like the Chroma Subsume Spinner X build works because it'll molecular prime when exposed it'll inherit the passive of the Spinner X and then it'll spread the toxin to everybody. Nova's like low key of like one of the more complex frames in Warframe. It just like kind of goes under the radar because on the surface it comes out very simple. But yeah, going back to Uriel, like I can't get over how much damage this frame does. Like I was like Sobek works. If you guys haven't tried Sobek yet, Sobek does work. I was messing around with it and it's good. So yeah, if you guys are looking are interested in that, it definitely works. I'm just putting my items back on. The Kestrel, this was a like one of the best surprises for me in the update. I wasn't expecting. I was like, okay, another glaive. If it has some like gimmicky force proc or whatever, like it's one thing. This is like, I used to have fun using volatile rebound on the Falcor. Volatile rebound on this weapon takes fun to another level with these glaives. The passive on this means the glaive can bounce up to 8 times instead of 4. So you're basically doubling the amount of enemies that you're going to be able to hit, doubling the amount of blast procs that you're going to get because you're doubling the amount of enemies that you're hitting. Also, you're doubling the amount of electric procs, doubling the chance that you're going to proc melee influence. So the way that this glaive functions is this is the glaive that you just throw. You don't explode it. Like you don't heavy attack. You just throw it, and it will radial attack on hit, dealing blast damage and proccing influence with electric. So you can, unlike the Falcor where you'd throw this through multiple enemies and it would explode on bounce of like hitting the floor or whatever it was. Actually, my final question, final cue. Is there a way of seeing the priority for viral when you use Nourish? No, you know what? So as far as I'm aware, no. As far as I'm aware, I would say no, but what you can technically do is you can like look at the fourth ability and see it's giving you 114% viral. So you could kind of mess around with an empty build and like status chance and put like 60/60s to make viral and kind of see how that affects your percentage wise. But as far as like being able to see it after you press it in game, I don't think you can. But you can kind of get an idea. Like if you're running negative duration, or I'm sorry, negative strength, you know you're gonna have like a min value. And what this makes me think of is kind of like when I use like the Glaxian. If you guys have watched my Glaxian video, I have this heat build on there with the rank 0 cold toxin ribbon. If you use something like this, you don't want to use viral because then it totally ruins the heat weighting on here for you entirely. Like I even have a 60% on here and it's still with a min value ribbon at 69% heat, 26% viral. So like using Nourish on this would totally ruin it, like entirely ruin it. So like something like this you can't use Nourish on. But I mean, if you're just looking to see like the kind of percent you can get out of Nourish, then like I said, look at the percent you're getting out of Nourish and then just try to match some mods on your build to that percent damage increase value to know what kind of percent that you're getting of viral on your weapon. Okay, but Kestrel. So yeah, this thing will just bounce around like crazy. And I was messing around with it in the simulacrum, but it's like the simulacrum doesn't do it like a real justice because what do I have on here? Do I have Grenier? I want to put a Roken on here. Yeah, in my opinion, it doesn't really do it a justice because it kills too fast. So if you go into like an actual mission and you try this out, it feels way different. I think especially too for when I make the video on this weapon, because I definitely will be. I might just have to incorporate like a bunch of clips of in mission for the showcase or something like that because I really don't think the simulacrum is going to do it a justice. Now, something that I've noticed with it too, though, is hey, cheers, buddy. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. One thing I noticed is if you throw it at an enemy, for some reason it has a higher likelihood of bouncing to more enemies. For some reason, if you throw it at the floor, like it just like misses all the enemies, and I don't know like why that's like the function of it, but it is. So try to hit the enemies with it. But you can see for some reason when you hit the enemies with it, all of a sudden now it just seeks out more enemies. And you'll be able to see here, like, this is no explosion. Like, this is just throwing the glaive. And you can kind of see the wave clear you can get out of it. You could just throw this down a hallway. I missed there, but you could just throw this down a hallway and let it bounce around. And if it could find the enemies to hit, it will just continue to hit the enemies around the room. And it will tick them all like this. I mean, this was seriously a real surprise for me. I mean, I saw the 8 bounces, and I thought instantly that this was going to have to be a volatile rebound. With this, really, I wasn't expecting it to like it this much. It's really, really good. You can see the kind of value that we get out of it. Now, keep in mind, too, I do use Banes on, like, all these builds, so I'm getting a crap ton of damage out of the Banes, so I'm double dipping on my status effects. But still, you can see, like, it's really good. Like, I really wasn't expecting it at all, and it's gotten a 30% status increase from its non-prime version, which is just incredible. Really, really good stuff there, too. So you can see, too, even, like, I'm not even pressing my 2 as well, and you can see the kind of survivability that this character has. Like, yeah, I'm not taking all that much damage, because your summons actually will take a lot of the aggro off of you, which is kind of cool. So you can use your abilities, you can get the damage vulnerability up. You can just juice the hell out of something like a Glaxian. You can see that just 325k out of like a couple of seconds of holding it like that, or a couple milliseconds of holding it. 276k on that enemy. So you can see we actually get good value, and I have the wrong Bane on here too. I think I have a Grenier Bane on my Glaxian right now. And you can really see, so Uriel, like, the kit itself is so good. It's like, oh, I took too much damage, now I press 2. With this shield value, if this breaks, you have 2.5 second shield gate. It's literally temple. And with the amount of strength that I have on this build, I'm getting 157% of my HP, so even if my shields go down, like, a significant amount, if I just press 2, I'm still going to get, like, enough to get me the 2.5 second shield gate duration. So it's still more than enough. So you don't even need redirection on a character like this. You don't need catalyzing shields to shield gate on something like this. You don't need any shield recharge mods like fast deflection or what is it? I always forget. I always call it Boreal's Hatred, but it's not Boreal's Hatred. It's the other one. It's the brown mod. Yeah, I don't know. I'll find it after this. But yeah, the other shield regeneration mod, you don't need any of those. All you need is rolling guard for those oh shit scenarios where I'm like, okay, let me breathe for a second. Then you have your second ability to replenish all your health and shields. It'll give you that 2.5 second shield gate duration after they break because the overshield value is so high, giving you invulnerability period while you're casting it. The only thing I'll mention about it too that you guys need to know is the more casting speed that you have, the faster the invulnerability window will go by. Now, it's not like that on Temple, but it is like that on this character. So I'm only running one casting shard. Vigilante Vigor. Yep, that's it, Soul. You got it. Vigilante Vigor. Yeah, Vigilante Vigor. You actually can get kind of, like, good CC value out of this, too. Now, it's not like an actual CC frame, but it's kind of the CC that I'll allow you. Like, you can see all the time I'm just standing here right now. I haven't been shot yet. Like, you know, so your ads will drag a lot of the aggro off you, so you don't even take that much. Now, think about the fact, too, I'm in a solo. If you're in a 4-man group with a full entire team drawing aggro and not all the enemies are just drawing to you, you're barely ever going to take any damage on this character because enemies just aren't going to target you. There's just so many good things I can say about this character. Now, even, too, this is the mobility. Like I showed you guys before in the planes. This is it on, like, an actual tile. It's, like, pretty much the max that you would want on a regular tile set, I would say. But it's still, like, enough to where you're very, very fast. So, like, you can get around, you can turn, you can do whatever you have to do, and it's not that bad still. I tried it with just Praetos, but I figured if I wasn't going to run Praetos, then I would miss having the parkour, so I was like, screw it. I'll just go to Tau Yellow Shards on there for parkour and just let that be. But overall, I mean, it's so fun. DE really is just cooking up some of the greatest frames. What's up, Gappy? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, helicopter, for real. It's like you just spin. Angst? Okay, I don't even think I have a weapon to kill him here with. Oh, I have Kestrel. I don't know if this will actually kill him. We'll see how Kestrel does against the Acolyte. That was one hit. Let me hit him. Nah, it does like no damage without a burst. Did they add, what's it called back in the game? Damage attenuation? Is it back in the game? I know they buffed the hell out of the new, like, boss enemies or whatever that are in the new update that we have to kill. I know they just buffed the crap out of their HP. Or they buffed the crap out of their armor or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but apparently they're very hard to kill now. I was reading the patch notes. That would be very cool. The closest thing we have to that is, like, the Moa's ability to steal from Eximus. Yeah, that's so unfortunate, Gappy. I saw your comment on my post. Yeah, I don't know when you'll get back around, but no, I guess it's not the worst thing because next week we're getting a clan event. So if you're back around sometime next week getting your PC working again, you'll make it back in time for the clan event, which is when I'm probably going to be doing the rest of my grinding for all of those. Don't you just love when the inherit goes on from the Doriga? I'll be grinding all that out when the event comes around, getting the rest of the weapons and things like that for the focus schools. But I'm really not that like into getting them right now because they're practically unusable since I have 547 kills and I don't even have a quarter of the bar charged yet. So yeah, it's like you really can't use them right now because they just don't charge for like one reason or another. But they said if you pick up, no, I'm just in a just a public or just like a public clan I've been in for a few years now, but maybe after, if the channel grows more, we'll get maybe a clan Discord or something going. I have, not a clan Discord, a clan, like, for the YouTube going. I actually have a clan Discord in the works, so I've been working on it for, like, the past month, and a really good friend of mine's been working on it, too, and she's been absolutely killing it. So really soon we should have a Discord server for, all you guys who want to come in and hang out. I'll have a bunch of bots in there and stuff for, you know, all really important things like that. And we'll be able to engage with one another. You guys can ask me about builds, videos, things like that early on. Just like a way for the community to be able to engage a bit better. But it's been in the works for like maybe a month now, and I should have it ready for you guys pretty soon. And we'll be getting in that, and it'll be a ton of fun being able to interact even better with you guys in that. Alright, so let's get out of this mission, and then I'm going to go on to the high range build, and I'll mess around with that for a minute for you guys. The high range build is very fun. So it's Nyx, made for endurance and nothing else. Well, that's like, I guess that's kind of ignorant. Let's say it this. You could play her anywhere because she's practically invincible, but the best place in my eyes where Nyx would excel is just endurance. The longer the run goes, yeah, she has nothing to worry about. So that's really where I see her shine the best. Plus, she has fantastic CC with her third ability. The mind control with the first ability. You can armor strip. Plus, you can overguard strip with the second ability. So she's got a really good kit, but it seems like a lot of the kit is based around CCing enemies and staying alive. So for me, it seems like really a very good endurance frame. I do have Nyx set up for Cascade. I don't even think I have these builds on my channel. I just messed around with it a bit when she first got reworked. I was slamming with her. Yeah, you can see how old this is. I was slamming with her. So, this has been outdated for a little while now. But I might come back with another Nyx build. I have a couple here. Like, I have a low range assimilate, or I have a low range build with assimilate. I have a high range, or a slam assimilate build. I have a high range build with assimilate. So, there's options. You could use things too, like Universal Fallout. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, she's not weak. She's just like, she's a survivor. That's what she is. I haven't built it yet, but it does have multiplicative gun co, so I would imagine that you'll be able to do something with it. Yeah, I mean, we could see what we could do with it right now, realistically, if you guys actually wanted to. Also, the new weapon, the bayonet. I can't believe I haven't talked about this on stream yet. It's okay. It's really cool, though. Really, really cool. Definitely a handful of builds you can make, but it's kind of like, I don't know. You either want to you want one to do single target and one to do the AOE, or or you could just prioritize both of them to do the specific thing. But the way I have it set up right now is I have like a blast set up on here, and then I was messing around with influence too, but I was using a melee duplicate setup, this one right here, because the weapon has really good, it gets up to 84% CC and it has 9.2x critical damage, which is really, really good. You could run a Blood Rush build on this, but I was thinking of builds I could run without needing an arrow on. Thank you, she's unkilled. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. She's like, she can't be killed as long as you build the frame correctly. She's not going to be killed. She has access, like I was saying, to CC. Plus, now we have Universal Fallout, so she can get easy 10 stacks of rads on everyone around her, get unlimited orbs. She can strip Overguard and fully strip armor with only, 145% power strength, a really, really low value. And then the first ability is, it's just a mind control, I believe, but, oh, no, I'm thinking of Loki. Yeah, I was thinking of an augment for Loki. Yeah, but I don't know. I think I've seen stuff online where people break the percentage damage you can get, but I don't know if that's been nerfed. They use Blood Altar. I don't know. I've never really looked too into it, but I've seen it online. Not really exactly sure on how it works, but yeah, totally phenomenal endurance frame. Phenomenal endurance frame. The only problem now is that the slam changes or whatever, so slam is a lot worse there now because you can't just jump an inch and then wide slam, but I don't care about that. Let's see, Alternox. Yeah, I leveled it up so I can get the completion for my account, but I actually haven't formatted it yet, so let's dump all this shit off of here, and let's see what we can do, because this weapon, yeah, she's doing it again, change it to name, it doesn't stay on Drain. I don't know why it doesn't stay on Drain. Well, yeah, it has Where's the automatic fire? Yeah, so the stats actually kind of okay. Like 20% CC, 40% status chance is actually alright. Now what is this 2? I'm very confused. Active. This is the right click, isn't it? For the alt fire. Yeah, now this is, it only has 75 base damage. Wow. Yikes. Um, what do we think? I mean, honestly though, like, multi-shot build first. Obviously, we talked about multiplicative gun co, so slap on aptitude. Here's our base damage source. We're not even going to worry about an arcane yet. Okay, multi-shot base damage, multiplicative source. Now we need, what element combo do we want? I feel like for a status weapon, you don't just want electric, you want, or like you don't just want corrosive, you want something that'll stack. Like maybe, like it's either, I'm thinking to myself, like, something to bolster the electric, last, or, I'm honestly not entirely sure. Maybe I come back to that then. Maybe we focus on, we want some fire rate, maybe? We want shred on here? Then that an idea? Get some punch through? Yeah, it's not locked, so we can get some punch through on here. We'll take that. Uh, is it actually worth building in the CC? Because this is the thing now. If we actually go into the CC like this, and we go into the CD like this, we don't have the room for it, whatever. If we went into the CC and the CD like this, then now it's like it comes down to you stay raw electric, you prime externally to get your multiplicative value out of this, and you go for Bane plus status damage mod. Or we drop this, go Deadhead, and then go like corrosive. Or no. I just had this idea and I lost it. What the hell was I about to do? I took base damage for base damage. I needed 3 slots because I wanted element plus what? Did I want? I don't have the room for it right now. Fuck 9, 8. Hey Miko, welcome back to the stream. Glad to hear from you. It's going well. Just figured I'd come on stream for a bit. We've been live for about an hour and a half now, just talking plans for upcoming videos, what's been the new update. I actually did a profit taker run for them, and yeah, everyone's just been enjoying hanging out. We're having a good time. Yeah, well, this thing needs to get farmed at first, so I feel like I make one build first without any critical value whatsoever, and then maybe just like blast this with Bane status electric, maybe? I don't know. Is an update going to get started? Oh wow, yeah, the update's going great. I'm loving it. It's really fantastic so far. So much great new stuff across the boards. Whether it was the quest, the new missions, the warframes, the new weapons, items, arcanes, everything. Just really, really hit it on the tee for me. And then you put like status damage was in here. Yeah, there's so much to farm. It's actually funny too, because the only things I need to farm still are the rest of the focus weapons. That's it. That's all I'm missing still. I would recommend that all of you guys go and farm the 14 to 21 layer farm on the tower, or Descendia, I keep calling it the tower. Farm that and you get your arcanes before they nerf it. I don't know if they're gonna nerf it or not, but I legitimately got all my arcanes in like 4 hours. I was done. I had all of them maxed out. Now, for me, it was good to get them all because I got to showcase them all to you guys. But for you, if you guys want to take your time with it, then take it nice and slow, no rush. But yeah, if you guys are looking to get them done, you want to get them all really fast, definitely would recommend for it. Because room 19 is a treasure room filled with loot boxes, and you can get upwards of like 70 Mafika from that single room, as well as getting Mafika from the other rooms. I actually don't have my OBS set up better to where I could change my scenes around, but I actually have a couple of screenshots I was sending to a few of my buddies of the kind of Mafika gains I was getting. I think the best run I got was I got 105 Mafika in a single run, and that's enough for 21 of a single arcane. So you can get it done really, really fast. Yeah, so Descendia, you can keep doing Descendia as many times as you want to gain the resources, and like the mods and stuff that drop in there. But obviously the weekly things are weekly alone. Yeah, Zaku from 14 to 19 and extract. Yeah, the Zaku, you play Zaku because room 15 is a cyst room with like an infested cyst room with like 20 cysts. So you can press 4 on Zaku and kill them all instantly. So definitely use Zaku, as well as in the treasure room. Obviously, you'll be able to break every single box with Zaku's ult. And the thing that's important about that is the fact that not every box in that room has loot in it. So using Zaku will allow you to be able to identify which boxes, obviously, you needed to break, which had the loot in them. You could just run around the room breaking a bunch of boxes, and a ton of them won't actually have any loot in them for them to drop to you. So just keep that in mind. Also, I don't know if it's a bug, but bring a beast companion. I was bringing Panzer, because for some reason when I was bringing Sentinel, after the Kaith room, it would get rid of my companion and I would lose all the buffs, like my prime loot radar and all that stuff. It would all be gone, so I wouldn't be able to see any of the loot in the room, so I would have to run in circles. But when I used a beast companion, that didn't happen to me a single time. So I would definitely recommend you guys trying a single. Yeah, they definitely add up. Yeah, definitely add up. I just need to do a whole lot of the recall farming, and honestly, next week when the clan event comes out, uh, I'm thinking maybe I'll come on stream and I'll run a bunch with viewers. That could be a ton of fun. So something we could do when that drops. Yeah, you need a whole lot of it. So go out and go into the Sendia 14 to 21, get it done, get your loot, you get out of there. Let's see. What was I gonna do here? I was gonna do status damage mon. Let's go to the simulacrum real fast. Yeah, definitely day one was all Mafika farming for me, just non-stop. Definitely a whole bunch. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. The first day, I actually didn't play that much on the first day. I played for about 3 or 4 hours on the first day, and then the second day I really got everything done. Yeah, well, doing 1 through 21 is it's for the weekly. Obviously, you'll get all your rewards, and then you can start from later stages. But after you do the whole initial set, you can just start from 14. It's actually you start at Lion, and then you just go right through Lion to 21, get your loot, leave, repeat. Very, very simple. Yeah, there's a lot that goes on. I would just definitely say like try going. Yes, yes, Kit Zone. I was saying the exact same thing. They take way, way, way too long to charge. Like not even like overstating right now how long they take to charge. Like no, like overstate it. They take way too long to charge right now. It takes legitimately like 4,000 kills to be able to use it a single time. It's way too much. I was explaining this before, like the way it's set up right now is almost like I was explaining this. I have Madurai all finished or whatever. I've actually been working on the arcanes and things like that. I have a few of the arcanes. I almost have them all done, but I have one done and then a few more to go here. But the focus school itself, where's the focus school itself? Let me see. The focus school is here. The focus school of Madurai, it's like the buffs that it's going to give you are things like overwhelming power, where it's going to give you another 50% power strength after you use the Tauron Strike. So that along with Slaying Strength is going to give you 90. So it's like, I get it. I understand that this can't be something that people should be able to use rapidly, or at least like all the time, but the fact that you need to be in a mission for 15, 20 plus minutes to be able to use this once means you're never really going to use it. And also the fact that the buff that it gives you, this is only really going to be good for frames that can sustain the buff. So like frames like Chroma, where you can cast Vex Armor, and if you cast it again before it's gone, you keep all the buffs you had when you initially cast it, even if you lose them all down the line. Like, say you had a Nidus Tether, and it gives you the 30% final multiplier. The Purita resources are for, like, how you get the bows, or all the, I keep calling it the bows, it's the only one I have. It's how you get all the focus school weapons. I would say right now, don't go crazy over them, just because next week we got a clan event, so you're going to be able to do a ton of farming next week during the clan event, farming out all the stuff they're going to have in that store, so you'll get a bunch of the resources from that. So I would say don't go too crazy with Purita. Now, it's really just, for as far as Purita Rebellion goes, it's legitimately just go in, do the missions. You were able to use Necros and desecrate the Prime Warframes that spawn in there that you kill because they dropped Arcanes, but you no longer can do that, which sucks. But they did make it so they're going to be able to drop 2 sometimes now, like 2 Arcanes. So, like, before you would have to desecrate them and you could get 2. So you bring 2 Necroses, you pretty much had a guaranteed chance of desecrating it. Whereas now, you can't desecrate it anymore, but there's a chance for them to drop 2 Arcanes. So they changed it a little bit, but you can still bring Necros and like Korra and things like that to farm extra of the regular resources, like the ones you need to buy the stuff in Wisp's shop. But for the most part, I would say don't go crazy on the Purita Rebellion. Also, if you go in the shop, guys, I'll show you this right now. Actually, I can't because I'm in the simulacrum. If you go in the shop and you go and you type in artifact in the search tab, or if you go to the miscellaneous tab and you look at the top of the miscellaneous tab, you can buy the resources to get one of these for free. Or, well, it's 175 platinum, and it gives you 150 of each resource. So you could buy one of these with just from the market for spending plat. So you can go spend plat and get one of these right now if you want to, but you only can get one. The rest of them you got to farm out. So I got this one with the plat, and the only one, I need to do one more of the middle rebellion, and then the one that's on the far right I need to do a handful of times, and then I can get another one. I would say I'm a bit over halfway to getting another one of these right now. But I would say right now, Mika, definitely focus on Descendia, get those arcanes and everything you want from there, just in case they do end up nerfing it. And then, yeah, no, not a bad deal at all. It really isn't. Not a bad deal at all. For something that takes you, I would say, upwards of maybe 6 hours to farm one of, or 7 hours probably to farm one of, it's going to take time. So, 175 plat is a good deal. Yeah, I ended up going with Madurai. I think I'm going to try to get either the Zen Uric or the Naramon before next week, and then when next week comes around and we have the event and I'm farming it a lot, I'll get the rest of them. Yeah, my buddy told me about it. He messaged me on Discord. He was like, hey, go get this right now. I was like, oh, whoa. So ran right to it and got it. Said I need that right now. So, when you got that. Oh, yeah. So, like, this is what I was saying, too. So, it's like, if you can't sustain this buff, then it's, like, useless. So, it's like, you're going to spend 20 minutes to get the Tauron Strike. You spend the Tauron Strike. You get your active ability up that lasts 30 seconds. Now that 30 seconds is gone, now you have to go another 20 minutes to be able to get this power strength again. Like, it's stupid. I don't know. It's like, then you play something like Wisp. Okay, now you got the power strength after 20 minutes in your run. You can put your motes down. Now your motes will sustain the value, which is a good thing. But then if a nullifier comes along and steps on them, now you gotta wait another 20 minutes to get that kind of power back again. And they said, like, they're like, okay, you can pick up the little gold focus things that give you increased focus values. You could pick up, but those rarely drop. Very, very rare those drop. And then also, They said you can add a focus lens, but it doesn't matter what lens type you add. It could be from the weakest lens all the way up to an Eidolon/Lua lens, and it's still going to only give you 10% increased value towards your Tauron strike. So if you guys are looking to use lenses, legitimately put the weakest possible lens on the weapon you want to charge the Tauron strike with, and you'll get 10%. It's not going to go up if you use an Eidolon lens or a Lua lens. I know they also dropped a hot fix. I was talking about the arcane stuff for the new mission, but I actually saw that online. I know they dropped the hotfix. I actually haven't read the notes on the hotfix yet, but for the most part, I believe it was just covering Purita Rebellion stuff. And I know they didn't nerf the arcane farm as well. They did not nerf the arcane farm. But you actually get some pretty other good stuff on here. Like you get on dealing damage, fire an arrow at an enemy with a 0.35-second cooldown between arrows. Increase range of arrows radius, and then it's so like you can get more value out of the damage with these three right here. Rain of arrows will also target 4 additional enemies within 10 meters, so you know you can get good value out of these when you actually get to use it. But then like the power strength just comes from this one right here. So it's pretty much like here are your boosts to make the Tauron strike more powerful, and then here is your one line if you want to just go right into the boost that you're gonna get from using it. Now I don't have any of the other ones yet, so you can see if I click on the school, like it's just my basic focus school. I don't have like anything else wherever it would be on the list. But once I get my hands on them, I will be going through all of these for you guys. So keep an eye out for that for sure. Let's see how this feels. I want to put the compressor on because this thing I guarantee you will not kill shit if I don't have a primer. Okay, let's see what we can get out of this. Okay. That's actually not that bad. Yeah, like you definitely need to prime externally. Like you can see with just the 2, it's not gonna do it. You can need worth spend on the arcane gambling. Yeah, I've been spending it on the arcane gambling just because I didn't know what else to spend it on. Plus, you get like equal amounts of it. Now this thing doesn't have a bane either. That's another thing I gotta keep in mind here. What if I took? Do I have? I don't think I'll have room for a bane even. Yeah, no, I don't. So I have to go farm this at least like once or twice. But if you could fit a bane right here, then this could actually be a pretty interesting build, as long as the fact that like maybe you have like I don't know, let's say I have Doriga on. We have my Doriga Arc Coil build where we get our 8 elements of prime, and then like you don't actually need to use a primer because you have Doriga doing it for you. Like you could probably even use like Tazagor. Gyre Prime is fantastic. I'm actually going to be dropping a video on Gyre Prime today, so keep an eye out on that. The Ultranox is pretty much what we expected. You know, it's got the multiplicative CO still, so you can still deal some damage, but realistically, is it like a... Yeah, is it game breaking? No. Can you use it? Yes. Would I categorize it as MR fodder? Most likely. I mean, you can still see, like, we still can kill these heavies. Like, it's not like you don't do any damage. Also, like, I wonder... Is this like a scenario like the Foeman? Like, is this even headshotting? Oh no, I think it is. Yeah, no, I think it's headshotting. Let me see. Alternox, what do we got? All firing to the headshot with a player of 1. Oh, the explosion can't trigger headshot conditions. Oh, I see alt fire. Yeah, no, I think it's okay actually. Yeah, I'm 8,000 mastery away. If somebody's at the same position as I am and they have one of the more expensive versions of Founders that would be Warframe plus at least one weapon, they legitimately just got L6 by the skin on their teeth. They got it by, what would that be, like 28 mastery, 38 mastery, whatever that is, 28 mastery? Oh, 38, yeah, 38 mastery. Yeah, so only founders get it. Well, actually, it's like fun, kind of funny too. Founders only get it if they have a certain level of founders. Like if you have founders and you just have Excal and you didn't get any of the weapons, you can't get it. If you have founders and you have Excal plus at least one weapon, then you can get it. I don't think you can buy founders and have just the 2 weapons. I don't believe that was possible, but if that was the case, then they wouldn't be able to hit it, you know. So you have to have one of the more expensive versions. I actually ran into someone yesterday that had the Hunter pack of founders, but he was only MR3 or LR3, sorry, LR3. So I was like, you know, you play this game for founders, how you guys not LR5 already, you know? And I started a year after the game came out. With Compressor, this thing's like impressive. Like I'll definitely say that. But like, what isn't Compressor? You get really good base damage value out of all the buffs on the blast proc here, so the blast proc actually does some pretty significant amounts of damage. But then you see without the prime, like on this enemy right here, like it just does like okay amounts of damage. Yeah, I'm sure the next update that drops, I'll get L6. It's actually funny too, because my buddy brought it up to me on day 1. He was like, you know, are you gonna get L6? Are you gonna get L6? And I was like, you know, to be honest with you, I really haven't even thought about it. It really was like one of the things that wasn't really on my mind for this update. Because I got L4 originally when L4 came out. I got L4 when I was missing like 1 or 2 items on my account. I just was scraping over the margin of having L4. And then L5 came along, and then now like I'm on the brink of getting L6. So it's more so just like I'll get it when it comes along. I was originally like, oh, gonna be kind of butthurt if Founders could have it and we couldn't, but you know, if it's like people who really spent a lot of money on Founders back in the day who have it, then they deserve it, you know, whatever. Just then you worry about like, oh, did people buy their accounts and things like that? You never really know. I'm sure you can go online and find a handful of Warframe accounts for sale, so I wouldn't be shocked if there's a handful of people playing the game right now that bought their Founders accounts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people buy Founders accounts, so it's like for the people who actually got it back then and have been playing the whole time, like kudos to them. But for the ones who buy Founders accounts online and like fake it, it's just like I still got my first inbox message that I ever got on my account from March 29th, 2014. I got the Dex Furus on the first anniversary of Warframe. I absolutely love that I still have this in my inbox. Yeah, exactly. People who buy it from eBay, they don't count. They're not real founders. The founder refunded his account. He got his money back. That's pretty much what happened there. But I love how the inbox keeps all your messages like that. It's like a trip down memory lane for your entire Warframe account. See all the times you took breaks, all the times you came back. This thing actually feels alright though. Yeah, out of the 2 new Prime guns though that come with Gyre, Mika, I would definitely recommend the Kestrel. Definitely recommend the Kestrel. Really, really good weapon. Also too, I gotta say, the Wisp skin looks very good, and so does the Uriel one, but I'm a bit underwhelmed with the Harrow. Yeah, you know what? I don't think you're gonna see a lot of people using it because people are gonna look at it, they're gonna see no force proc, they're gonna see majority impact, and they're gonna be like, this thing isn't worth using. But it's good. It's very good. I've been messing around. It's probably out of all the new guns they've added, it's been my favorite so far. Ton of fun. Make a volatile rebound build for it. Yeah, like this build, I really like how this skin looks. It looks really good. And then also the what is it? The Uriel. Yeah, and like the Uriel looks really good too. Like I really love the way he looks here. How like they gave him like this like Deviri looking style here. Like it looks really cool. Like the blue skin and everything. I think he just looks really clean overall. Then Harrow, and also too, I have to say this, like when I go right from my fashion to Harrow, it looks like shit. Actually, this one looks okay. Yeah, what's up, CLV? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, it's been a while. Figured I'd hop on, say hello to everybody. This one looks like it looks okay, you know? Like it looks all right. I think. Well, why is he a pirate? Like. Oh, also, speaking of him, I need to check my KIM, because we're supposed to talk to, what's his name, Lion through that, I believe. Yeah, here they are. They're finally talking to me again. Marie, you have to talk to Marie. If you guys haven't figured this out, if you tried to talk to Lion in the cathedral and he doesn't want to talk to you, you have to talk to Marie. I don't know exactly what you got to say to Marie, but I'm just trying to be nice to her. So she also like speaks in French like half the time, so like I don't really know what she's saying. Yeah, right. Just neutral answer. Neutral answer. So know your line is. Oh, so he's antisocial. It's okay. I'll warm up to him. Oh, CLB, that's hysterical. I definitely don't want to say this. This seems like rude as fuck. I'm just gonna go with this. Like, can you help me? It will take time and patience. All right, that's fine. I must go. We shall speak soon. Now, apparently, to get to Lion, you have to talk to Marie, but I don't know how my relationship with Roth is supposed to go because apparently Roth and Marie don't like each other. So I'm not sure. I don't remember where I saw this originally. No, it's not Pump 2 Lab. It wasn't. It to be R3 with Marie to talk to Lion? What do you... Oh, wait, how do you see your rank with her? Oh, is that just shit here? I'm neutral? Curious what he's gonna have, honestly, though. Because it seems like all the new stuff is on the other two vendors, so I really wonder what it's gonna be all about with Lion. Maybe it's just lore, maybe he'll have items, who knows? Growth. You realize that your so-called indifference isn't an actual god? Yes. Oh, he sells decorations? Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely gotta get my hands on that then. Oh, Court, no, I'm sure if the patch notes said it, that's probably what he has. I didn't read them. He sells decorations only. No, that's good though. I'm glad he has decorations because I want some like Deviri, not Deviri. I keep saying Deviri. Some like cathedral fucking style decorations. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe I could like do a whole theme in one of the rooms in my ship. Yeah, what makes you so sure, Roth? What do you know? Like, I don't know. Do I have to even talk to Roth? I have like no interest in talking to this guy. He just talks so much. Shit. Oh, I'm with Owie right now. I'll ditch Owie for Marie if that's an option. 100%. Marie is a baddie. No, I'm gonna close my eyes and pick one. Boom. Oh, apparently I was humble. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'll do that. No problem.
For so long, the Orokin Empire had no enemies. Its military existed merely to pursue petty grudges, house against house, executor against executor. When the sentients attacked, we knew a unity long denied to us. The Dax drew their swords against
Man, this guy just talks.
peasant or a larcenous trader. The emperors, the deathless titular rulers of the empire whose power was vested in the executors,
Hey, let's check calendar this week too. I did all like my weekly EDA, TDA, Archon, but I didn't even check the calendar.
At last, the empire meant something, defined by an
I don't know if it's worth doing this week or not. Not sure.
eventual death. We drank deep of the nectar of life.
I thought this was a voice memo. I'm about to just close it out on him. Oh my god, no, it's not. Fuck that. I don't even care. Sorry, Roth. Alright, what else we got? Oh, also, if you guys saw the, what do you call it, the secondary irradiate arcane or whatever, that shit already got nerfed. Secondary irradiate, this got nerfed already. I mean, I guess like a rightfully nerfed, I would say, but yeah, it's been nerfed already. Also, if you guys saw the Warframe, what is it? It's like Perseverance, I think it's called. Yeah, Arcane Perseverance. This has been nerfed as well. This is dog shit now. Complete dog shit. We thought this was gonna be a good, Arcane on day one. It was. Now it sucks. Like, at least Irradiate got nerfed to like a point where like it needed to be nerfed, like how they nerfed Influence in the beginning, where like like the clouds from like the dual eye core could like reproc Influence, therefore reprocking themselves. Like, it was really stupid. Like, but the Irradiate got nerfed in the sense that Blast can't reproc itself, so now it still has to be direct damage. So the Arcane didn't get nerfed directly, but Blast got nerfed in terms of it. This Arcane got nerfed into the fucking ground, because the way this one works is it takes away all your shields. If your armor is above 700, you cannot be hit for more than 500 damage a second, which was amazing. It was so, like, perfect for health tanks to finally have a place in high level, like, level cap style content. And then in the patch last night after I fell asleep, they added this, and I saw it this morning. Magnetic status effects and ability nullifying effects disable this protection. Legitimately, if you are at level cap and you have this on and you get hit by a magnetic proc, you will get one-shotted. The only way you get around this now is, yeah, with like something like Inaros, because Inaros gets status immunity, so technically this will still work on Inaros. But if you want to use it on anybody else, you're pretty much forced to run Arcane Nullifier, and you still have to avoid Nullifier bubbles. Which, the bubbles is one thing, I get it. Every other frame in the game, like even like something like Revenant, the only weakness Rev has is a Nullifier bubble. I get the Nully bubbles, but the magnetic status effect? You know how often you randomly just get hit by magnetic? You'll just be bullet jumping. Magnetic resistance, arcane. Yeah, I was saying arcane nullifier. Yeah, you have to use Nully, arcane nullifier, if you want to use this alongside. But like that's the big problem is like I don't think that the nullifier bubbles are a big deal because like I was saying, if you're like Revenant and you walk into a nully bubble, you lose your immortality. If you're playing anybody, even if you walk into a nully bubble with a shield gator, you can't shield gate because you can't use abilities while you're in the bubble. So I get that. I understand that. That makes sense to me. But like I'm saying, if you're just bullet jumping around Cascade and you get hit with magnetic, you're gonna get shot by some guy across the map and you're just gonna get one-shotted. It's like it doesn't make any sense to me why they would make this change. Like I was saying, the nullifiers, it actually makes sense to me. It really does. But the magnetic status effects, it doesn't make any sense. It's legitimately just saying you're going to use this arcane to, at some point in the run, randomly you'll just get one-shotted because it got disabled by magnetic. It's really not good. I think if they added the nullifying bubbles, I would have no issue with it at all. My real issue is the magnetic proc. The magnetic proc is really, really stupid. I don't know why they would do that. Yeah, exactly. Like, but no, you're just in a terrible situation the second you get hit by magnetic. It's pretty much like, okay, I saw myself get hit by magnetic. Now I need to go sit in my operator for like 6 seconds until the magnetic proc drops off me. That's the thing too. Magnetic's not just gonna go on and disable it for a second. It's gonna be on you for 6 seconds. Like, it's really bad. So like this arcane, unless you're running nullifier aside it, or you're running on like a Naro, someone that has actual status immunity, uh, really you could bring anyone you want. If you want loot, bring Necros. You can't, like I said, you can't desecrate the frames that'll spawn in, but you could still get like the actual loot that you buy the arcanes from Marie with by using Necros. So you could do that. Mostly, I would just recommend bring something like a Carius to mass clear the rooms, or like anything. Maybe Ocucore would work fine too. Just mass clear rooms, and then bring something to kill the boss with. Now, the boss was adjusted in a hotfix last night, so I don't know exactly what the best weapon is right now because I haven't played since then. But just bring something that you know is going to deal a lot of damage. I was using Furious last night to kill it, but you were able to kill it really, really fast last night. So, Hun Julius, bring like Burstin. The middle boss, I forgot the name, but it's like the 4-legged one. I don't know what you're going to want to use against that now, plus the fact that the headshot is so hard. Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't played it yet. So I don't know exactly how much they buffed them, but I do know they made them harder to kill. I haven't done any runs yet, though, today. But it's good to know that they haven't made them that much more hard to kill. If they just brought like the bullet sponge attenuation bullcrap back that everyone hated, I'm sure people would be very upset. Yeah, boar. Definitely could give the boar a try. There's definitely options. Yeah, well, yesterday I was killing it with a Carius. It was so weak. Like, so today I don't even know what I'm gonna use. Maybe I try Furious, but maybe Angstrom seems like it works good. Were you using a Acuity setup on the Angstrom, or were you just using a base multi-shot build? Gun's got multiplayer with CO, so it just slaps regardless, but... Let's see. What else can I get into? I need to get the rest of... I guess I could do a Descendia run real quick. Because I still need more of the Mathica to get the Simulacrums. I definitely want to get my hands on those. See how they are. Alright, I'm just going to go with this. Totally fine. Let's go do a Descendia run. Yeah, so legitimately just make sure you're on Steel Path. Fine. Descend. Go. Yeah, I need I think it's like 150 Mathica for one of the Simulacrums and then like 100 for the other. Then maybe I'll get a couple of the scenes maybe if I want to use them for thumbnails. Yeah, I'm working towards getting another one right now. I'm looking to get at least 2 before the. Yeah, the headshot can be a real pain in the ass on the second boss, especially. It can be a real pain in the ass to get headshots. But yeah, the multi-shot builds, I'm sure it still slaps regardless. Very, very good setup. Oh fuck, this was sex. Ugh. I have no energy. Sad. Okay. Like, can't lose the eat stacks that are on me right now, though. Okay. Trying to resource build that weapon. Yeah. The 2 new weapons that they added too, that are just like for vendor. The second one is definitely just MR fodder, or the Sabic or whatever. The Sagic. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I hear it, I just think Bob Saget. Like, whatever that weapon is, that thing is okay. Really, it's just like mastery fodder, though. And then the other one seems like it actually has a lot of potential because it's a scythe. And it has, like, I want to try it with that new Cold Arcane that gives you a 2.5x final damage multiplier. See how, like, ridiculous you can get some heavy attack builds to be with that. Might be really interesting. Yeah, so after you finish the first room in Descendia, you literally get right down to the second room. You don't even need to hit the floor. Just go straight up to the wall and press 4. You killed everything. And then you actually have to kill the hives yourself. Just shoot them with, like, I'm using my Furus. Just shoot them. Now you're done with this floor. You can hit these corners, like over here, and the whole room just reset. Is it bugged? Hope you guys might be first-hand witnesses to a bug right now. Haven't had this yet. They're all pretty much the same exact thing, as far as I'm able to tell, except like bosses are different. The bosses, each boss drops like a certain resource for the Tectilus artifact weapons. But I think aside from that, everything should be the same. It should just be like a sandbox random pool. Yeah, no, this is bugged. It should just be like a sandbox random pool of the resources and missions that you have to do. That's it. Yeah, okay, wait, I can try that again. Send the, yeah, so like I was saying, you can just farm this as many times as you want for actual resources, just the weeklies or once a week. I have a gyre on still. Oh, also, you were able to, like, armor ship the bosses in the Purita Rebellion before? I don't believe you could do that anymore. Oh, wow, no, that is nice that it drops extra materials. Yeah, no, definitely SP always. If you do SP, you're gonna farm Steel Essence too, which is really nice. The little, like... Fence room first. Yeah, so all these rooms too, though, when you're doing Descendia, like, keep in mind, you see on my map right now in the top left, there's loot. Pick up the loot on each floor. You can see just in this one room, I already got 17 Mafica. Yeah, 17 Mafica, 27 Ignia, Jerome McGillna. Take care of this, get back into the next room, and then hopefully it doesn't break again. After I finish this, I'm probably gonna take my gyre and try to maybe get a few clips for the showcase video today. Yep, now kill the tumors. Now keep in mind too, same exact scenario as the other room. You wanna loot, when you see loot on your map, go pick it up. You're gonna pick up a lot of mods and like endo too while you're in here. Like you're gonna get this is also how you get the stance mod, Harrowing Spire. So. Yeah, Gyre Prime, yeah. And this one, just also, what I've noticed with this mission too is you can just keep running around like a lot of people do, like in a circle or whatever. People just run around like so. But if you actually like run a line where you find good drops or good mines to spawn, you can actually just turn back and they're just gonna respawn behind you again. Oh, she's going to Cascade. She is going to Cascade, alright. I do Cascade, like, not very often. I've been doing it a little bit more lately, but not all that much. Maybe just like when I want to test something. If I'm not entirely sure if my survivability setup will go through the cap, I'll like solo it. Because, you know, if you solo it, then going in a group is going to be a joke. Not just like a matter of like what you need to do in the run, but a matter of like, you know, aggro. Like enemies really don't target you very often when you're in a 4-man. You're just like all over the place. There we go. Also, take as much time as you possibly can when you're in this room. Because this room has a lot of loot boxes, especially, where's the spot? Is this the drop? No, I don't know. I don't know exactly where it is. I see it as I run around usually. Oh wow, yeah, no, that was a bit ago, so definitely been a little while since you've run it. Where am I going? Am I going up here? Where am I going? Yeah, up here. Okay. Give me the loot. Yeah, you see, you gotta like run around this room. A lot of people don't know this too about this. Is if you run around this room, there's more loot from the area. See, I only got 5 there, but a lot of times I could see myself getting upwards of like 20 plus in that room, maybe even 30. But the values that you get, they really range. But for the most part, you can expect like at least like 30, I would say, a run. Default is, there we go. Oh my god, you know, that night when we were running it, by the time we were finished, I was so tired. It was a good session though, very, very good session. That was a really, like, just clean and easy run. Yeah, I don't know, someone's doing vents right now that... I see this guy in my chat right now. I love this. Whenever I come into these, like even when I'm doing like vents on alchemy, like I'll just sit in the middle. Like I'd rather not do it and then just like let everyone else do it, because odds are if I go do it, someone else is gonna want to shoot it so bad that I'm just gonna fuck it up. Yeah, Dev Zaku with loot radar and pet, 100%. I loved your reaction when you responded to me, and when I was like, oh yeah, I'm giving her a compliment, I was like 90% better than like anybody I've ever ran with. And you're like, who's the other 10%? I swear to God, I must have been cracking up for 5 minutes straight. I was not expecting that. Alright, then this is the treasure room coming up here. Literally, this is what I was saying about Zaku. You just play Zaku. Treasures right here. Room is full of shit, but you see only certain areas of my map actually have loot. So we broke an entire room worth of crates, but only certain areas actually have the loot. Yeah, so make sure that you're running loot radar because you really need to see where all the loot is. Make sure you pick it all up because this is the room where you're gonna get the majority. You can see I'm up to 68 Mafika right now, and I'm not even done picking it all up yet. 72. And that's not even all that much. This is like an average run, I would say, for the amount of Mafika that I got. And you can see I was able to get it all. There's nothing left on my map, so everything's been looted. The other shit that's just laying around the map is a whole bunch of affinity that spawns in. But now you just come into the last room, and then you're just done after this. You do the boss kill, and you're done.
The only dangers here are imagined ones, though you
Where is the... Yeah, right here. Okay. Gotta stand inside of this. Yeah, literally for this last phase, you just stand inside of this. First one's in here. Second one is in that room right there. And then the last one is on the stairwell right here.
Play children's games once, long ago.
Yes, it will. It comes from, like, crates that spawn on the map, not, like, actual enemy drops, so it shouldn't hurt. I've just been running it in a group because it doesn't seem like there's actually anything in this run that being in a solo you would get, like, a lower time, or, like, a lower, like, you need less of this resource to finish this mission type of thing. Like alchemy, you would need, like, 5 vials instead of 20. That's the only reason I've been running it on group, just because it's like it doesn't hurt, or it seems like it doesn't hurt at all. Just remember, every room you're in, make sure you're looting Mafika, checking around the room for it. In this room, there's usually not that much. It'll only spawn, like, in this area of this room, and in this corner. Also, sometimes a blocker will spawn in. You can see, though, a lot of people are still new to this. They don't really understand the mission yet. This one's really simple. It doesn't even matter if enemies are in it with you. It's legitimately just stand in it. That's it. And it's going to follow the same path and have the same spawns every single time. Now we move on to the boss fight. Now, the boss fight has a mechanic in it where you can get... Well, it will one-shot the group. So, the boss actually has a one-shot mechanic. What's the gem-looking thing in there? I actually don't know exactly what it does, to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure. As I just started, like, started farming Purita Rebellion a lot, like, towards the end of my session yesterday.
It is a greater sin than any Orokin could ever have dreamt up in their wildest nightmares. 16!
The nourish spam. Oh, so this is a bug, this boss fight. Sometimes your teammates will get locked out of the fight. I don't know if they fixed that yet, but I was doing a 2-man yesterday and my teammate got locked out. Also, you can ping the guy, like this. Now look, he's gonna go to the center, he's gonna like fly up, or no, not gonna do it, okay, yeah. He's gonna go to the center eventually. I don't know if he's gonna do it on this fight, sometimes he just phase skips. Yeah, he's doing it right now. He's gonna go to the center and he's gonna spawn these orbs around him. Nope, he didn't do it, okay. So he'll fly up to the center like that, and he'll spawn orbs around him, and pretty much the whole premise is you need to sling through them. Yeah, okay, so after you get him low, then you just kill his chair and the fight's over. But normally, he'll go in the middle and he'll spawn a bunch of orbs around him. You need to sling through the orbs like this, making direct contact. If you don't break them all in time, he'll one-shot the room. But it's not hard to even control all of them in a 4-man. Yeah, it's not bad. You can do them relatively quickly. And you get your resources. You can see from that I got what I got. 72? Yeah, now I have 137. I gotta do one more run and I can get the 150 simulacrum. So, that's all good. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm gonna hop on Gyre now. Yeah, I want to see if I can get a few clips. Maybe just some nice like hallway clears on rotor swell or something like that. See what we can do. So let's put the Siam away. Praetos. Alrighty. Draco. Yeah, right here. Okay. I feel like Hoover Fortress might be too tight, but Draco's like tight, but like not just squished right on top of each other.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Yeah, I have Mataron, okay.
Has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on.
I need energy. You know, you come over here. I need more energy. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sure, my software is running. Okay. Yeah, I mean gyre, like it doesn't really feel any different, obviously, than like the vanilla gyre because it's legitimately just gyre prime. Wait, why do I not have? Oh, I don't have my Dorigon. Yeah, I'm like, why is my energy like slightly painful right now? Because I have no Dorigon. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at the fucking red crits we're getting out of this. I mean, beautiful stuff. So much damage. Wow.
Life support on the way.
Wait, do I have? Tell me I have this on. Oh, I have it on still. Alright, whatever. That's why I was taking so much damage. I was like, why am I taking so much damage? I don't have the reverse rotor swell augment on. I have the conductive sphere augment on right now. Actually, just gonna back out and change that. It's actually kind of shocking. I didn't realize that it was giving me that much negation, but remember the augment first came out, my buddy sent it to me. He was like, "This augment's terrible." I never really looked at it, but it's actually solid. Like, you don't need it, but it provides really nice. Oh my, drain. Keep it on drain. It provides really nice electric value, like as far as putting electric out to enemies that aren't in the radius of your rotor swell. Like they could just shoot you from wherever they are, and then you're gonna redirect electric back at them, therefore increasing the value of your passive.
Well put together, operator. Now
Definitely really good. I'll probably be on here for maybe another
make the Lotus proud.
20 minutes or so. Now I might get off and start working on the gyre video for you guys. But this stream has been a ton of fun. Reverse rotor swell is great. It really is great. I really wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do, but I really do. I really like it.
They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending
And then
life
just
support
having
capsules your way.
something like pillage on top of that, like aside from the stripping, that's going to give you massive amounts of shields too. Then you're 100% safe. You could just put out so much damage, like with the build like this. Just gross. Oh, don't want to fall. Yeah, no, she's so good with pillage. Really? What do you run with this in level cap to actually sustain? I feel like you definitely need more than this. What would you run, like Eclipse? Or do you just like shield gate and then like have like slight sustain with the redirection? Yeah, let me know what you were using. I'd be interested to know that. Because I was thinking for my cap build, I was gonna shield gate. So if there's a oh yeah, I'm about to say yeah, I'm most likely gonna shield gate. That's what I was aiming for. If there was a way to be able to tank though, that would be very cool. Yeah, I have a conductive sphere weapon platform build for level cap, but you can just shield. You can literally just shield gate with this if you wanted to, and go to level cap. Fine. Using smite. Yeah, smite's really something now. So easy to use and just so powerful. Talked about it a lot in my Oberon video. The fact that you don't need like to run something like Zataz anymore, like the Q, and like you only need like a really low percentage roar or like something like that. Even like you could do it with like what, just a few radiation damage shards, I believe. I don't even think you actually need to use roar. I just use roar because you know, then you could run whatever other shards you want, and then you only need like barely any percent. You could one-shot anything you see. Yeah, this gyre build, you know, you guys are gonna like it. I guarantee you guys are gonna love it. And Kestrel, I'll definitely be putting a video out on that soon. I think it'll probably be like gyre, then Uriel, and then maybe I'll start talking some weapons after that. Wow, that's actually a really smart idea. Smite is a really good way to shield gate. Be curious of like a harass invisibility build. It's alright, don't worry, I'll leave a good one for you to copy. But I think I'm gonna do gyre first, and then I'll do Uriel right after. And then maybe I'll get into some of the weapons, or if they adjust the Tauron Strike, maybe I'll jump right into the Tauron Strikes, because, like I was saying before, those were really, like, the #1 thing I was excited for in this update, and the fact that you barely can ever use them is just such a huge letdown. I've been hoarding Eidolon shards. I haven't hunted in years. I've been hoarding shards for so long, for, like, just the time to come where I'd finally be able to get to spend them. Now I can spend them, and it's like, you can't even use the ability. I don't know if you guys were in my stream before when I was showing, but I literally have like 40 million lenses right now just waiting to be used, plus like, you know, tens of millions just sitting in the, you know, as just like extras and like Matterize and Uric, etc., etc. Yeah, the charge speed is, it's like it's so funny too, because reading that from you, like I would even say like terrible is an understatement. Like it is like, I don't even know what word to use to describe how bad the charge speed is. It's like, even you can get a pure example right here from where I'm at. Like I was saying this before, I have 482 kills. I've been in here for 4.5 minutes. Where is my bar at? Not even a fucking quarter. It's not even at halfway to a quarter. Like that's so pathetic. I don't know how like they put this shit and like they develop it and test it at DE, and I don't know how this shit gets through. Like they're like, oh yeah, it looks cool when we allow ourselves on our, you know, developer client to be able to spam it. Okay, but now that you actually charge it, how fucking awful is it? Like, for the amount of charge time that it needs right now, that shit should be giving me like 250% power strength when I use it. Like, it's so not worth it. It's like, you get it, you just want to use it to like see if it'll kill shit, not even for like the buffs it's gonna give you, because the buffs it's gonna give you are gonna be gone before like you even have a remote chance to use it again in the mission. Yeah, 30 seconds is terrible. I was saying before, it's like you use it on people like Wisp, that you put the moat down and the buff sustains, or like Chroma, where you cast Vex Armor and the buff sustains depended on like how you slingshot the power before you casted it. But if you're not playing a frame like that, it's completely fucking useless. And even on a frame like that, it's still not even useful, because it'll just get nullified off and then it's gone. The one thing that they absolutely hit on without fail whatsoever in this update was Uriel. That's one thing I'll definitely say with full certainty, is they really didn't mess up a single aspect of Uriel. That Warframe is like fantastic. Actually, another frame that you could consider a perfect frame that you don't need to take anything off of. But that seems to also be a trend with a lot of new frames they make nowadays. Okay, I'll probably give it 10 minutes in this mission. I'm going to extract, and I'm going to get to work on my next video for you guys. So if you guys have been hanging out with me in the stream for a while, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out for as long as you have been. It's been a ton of fun, not only doing Warframe YouTube, but you guys coming and hanging out with me in these streams. Just a ton of fun. Ton of fun. Can't wait to get the Discord up and running and get you guys the invites all into that, in the community. You know, we'll have a ton of fun in the community, being able to engage constantly. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys also were in here before. I've been working on the like the YouTube community Discord for maybe about a month now, and I'm almost done with it. It should be ready very, very soon. I've had a friend of mine named Yuki. She's been helping me out with it. You know, once we finally get it out, huge shout out to her, because without her, I don't think this would have been possible. So, big shout out to Yuki for helping me out if she ever sees this. But we'll get it going, and we'll have you know, 24/7 community access to me, access to builds, you know, whatever you guys want to hear from me, from each other. It'll be a ton of fun. I'll even put, like, you know, if I get more active streaming schedules, I'll put it up in there before I go streaming, and stuff like that, so you guys can see. You guys are gonna love it though. We have a ton of roles and everything set up in there already. We have bots set up in the Discord. It's really coming together really, really well. It's gonna be like a one-stop shop for all your needs and for everything you want to see in our community here. Yeah, the last thing we're actually really working on right now for the Discord is we're trying to create a image or like a logo for my channel. It can't be Arthur forever, so we're trying to figure it out, make it the logo for the Discord. Start heading towards extract. Oh, right here, okay. Let's get the acolyte. Cross that bridge when I find it. Alright. Yep, there goes the acolyte. Let's hit the 10-minute marker and I'll get out of here. Two, 1, 0. There we go. Yeah, but overall, everything feels great, and I got all the new stuff, or at least pretty much everything I can get my hands on as far as arcanes, weapons, warframes, all that good stuff. So the videos are going to start rolling out very, very soon. I know it's been a few days since the update dropped, but the videos are going to be rolling out to you guys real soon. I got a ton of good builds for you guys. So that's going to be it for the stream today, guys. You know, like I said before, thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. It's always a ton of fun when you guys come in here and interact with me. You know, just always a blast. Your build ideas, you know, helping me theory craft things and shit like that. You know, just shooting the shit with each other. It's always fun. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. You know, I'll probably be streaming again soon, judging by how much fun I had off this one. So actually, you know what, Mika, I'll try to see if I can do that for you guys too. I'll see what I can figure out. But as far as today, just be aware, by the end of the day, you guys can expect my gyre video. with 2 meta builds for you guys. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Thanks for coming and hanging out the stream with me, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your days, and I will be seeing you guys real soon.